Hi, I'm Ian, the Dragonborn Bard, and I play Fear in the Bloodpunk campaign here on the Dragonborn Industries podcast.
We're here. Hello, all.
Hello,
Just want to double check everything's working here. Let us know what the audio's like. We've had a bit of a rejig. Ian's dying, just so you know. Christ.
It's the fact that, like, that went everywhere. Like, you did it just like took a drink. It went up my nose. It's all over the table. It's all over my glasses.
We had a bit of a laugh.
Hey! Oh, we're banned in Scousland.
So, this is Bloodpunk, episode 5. Welcome. Christmas is done, New Year's over. Happy New Year to you all. I hope you've all had a lovely time. I know we have, hopefully. Yes?
Yeah.
Good.
Maybe I have to make some phone calls after this.
We have a new face to the table. Siobhan over here is joining us for some Bloodpunk. And I think it's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be real cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
No.
No.
Joining in. I missed
so,
again.
first of all, we need to get through some sponsors and stuff. Who wants to talk about some Warrior Prince 3D?
It's your job, innit?
Yeah, right.
Steph, over to you. Go on.
We are proudly sponsored by the amazing, talented Rich over at Warrior Prince 3D, sponsor of this show and our Starfinder podcast. This is your one-stop shop for all cosplay items, terrain, miniatures, and more. Anything 3D printed, Rich can do it for you. You can find him at www.warriorprince3d.etsy.com or on his Instagram at warriorprince3d. You can use our permanent exclusive code to the stars to get yourself a cheeky 10% off your orders, and we highly recommend it because his stuff is literally tippity-toppity.
Tippity-toppity.
Yeah,
exactly
that's
like that.
how serious I am about this.
Yes, it is.
Tippity-toppity.
And also we have the lovely Battle Systems, who do some wonderful terrain and board games as well, which is very, very cool, like Maladoom and Core Space. Can't wait to play that, still can't wait. So yeah, check them out, battlesystems.co.uk, I think it is.
We do have a link, which is battlesystems.co.uk/Dragonborn Industries. I think it might be Dragonborn_Industries, but it's in chat. It's in all of our bios. Click on that. It's not an affiliate code. It just lets them know that you've come from us, and that's sort of the main thing at the moment, because something that I forgot to mention on Monday is that I really want to put a push on this year. It's like really pushing supporters, sponsors, but also YouTube, because we are here on Twitch and YouTube. So sub up on YouTube. If you've got Amazon Prime, use your Twitch Prime account to basically sub up for free. It gives us a little something which allows us to get more equipment for the channel, upgrade computer parts, upgrade mics and cameras and soundboards, but also every now and again I get to throw money at these guys and go, here's a $5 or here's a $10. It also means the world to us as we are trying to push towards advertising floors as well. So, especially with YouTube, please sub up on YouTube, like, comment on videos. It means the world to us, especially because what I'm blown away by, guys, is the fact that people watching it are actually like watching it. Like the average view length on videos is really up there. It's like I'm always shocked. I'm just like trying not to jinx it, but I appreciate it greatly. But yeah, please hit that like and subscribe button on both Twitch and YouTube, because this year we are going to really try and put on a push. Once we get to 1,000 on YouTube as well, I'm doing that giveaway for that dice that is a one-off. No other ones will go into the world like that. So please do go and do those things.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Can I drink now?
You may.
Absolutely not.
Wait for it.
Wait. We're all watching you, mate.
Do this.
We're good. Okay. So, unless anyone's got anything else to talk about, I think we just heads right in. Yeah? Should we just get the fuck in?
It's just raw dog, mate. Let's get in there.
Straight in. 2 in the morning, 3 in the evening. Go.
Okay, let's change the little music up here.
Have we got it?
Okie dokie. Righty then.
Alex asked if we got an intro.
No, mate.
Fine.
No, we haven't
Let's go
got
push my glasses up.
Maybe soon we'll have an intro, but not for now. We haven't got anything. So we just.
If anyone out there wants to make us an intro,
I
there you
mean,
go.
please do.
Artwork.
Yeah.
Oh my god! If anybody does fan
Oh,
art
fucking Christ.
of any of our campaigns, please do.
I'm also still vying for some fan fiction. Come on, guys, I know it's
Yeah.
out there.
We need more. Come on.
Illustrations of olives.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Fine glitterable.
Circular in nature.
this? You're a vampire. Eat like it.
Got a lot of callbacks. So, last episode, we. Well, I think you guys left the palace. Is that correct? Am I right?
Did.
Yes.
You're the DM, dude. You tell us.
Well, just making sure I'm just, get on the same level,
This is just prep work.
So what do we do?
Help me out.
I wasn't doing fuck all earlier.
Why don't you guys?
So you were once at the royal palace where you were meeting with the grand advisor, and you've been in and about the sort of the castle grounds a little bit, and essentially you were sent out to do an investigation as to find out what this cult is that is going around, and try and figure out the source of the blood rain that happened during your execution. And you've been given a royal seal, so that you have pretty much almost unlimited access to anywhere that you so wish. And you have left the castle, you've left the noble districts that surround it, and you made your way north to go visit the Dead Sun Risen, which Marcus is affiliated with. Obviously Marcus knew the way, going through some alleyways and eventually going around some corners and
My secret society, come this way.
exactly, yes.
What was it called?
Yeah.
Crypt Temple Crypt.
The crypt of the cult of the Dead Sun Risen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really long name.
Cred stick.
And you make your way down this quite long spiral staircase, and it goes for quite maybe 5 minutes. It's going down and down and down and down until eventually you make your way through a door where you have to pay with blood to enter. Marcus would also know that this is a very normal thing to be able to enter this place. There you met Grand Acolyte Loken, who was in the middle of a ritual of some sorts, where he was consuming blood from the air itself, and all these other acolytes were chanting. I believe, Marionette, you know some of the words to this chanting in Old Common. And the ritual ended, and Loken spots you guys and sees, most notably, Marcus, and greets him with open arms. And you guys have a bit of a discussion with him, just to try and get some more information, see if he knows anything about what's going on. And you have a little chat with Fear about Cain, and a little bit also about Crassius, which Marionette is also affiliated with, as Loken was one of the people spotted in this painting that you saw at the castle with all these noble vampires. He wasn't very giving with information, but he gave you a bit of insight to who these people were, and didn't know much about Crassius. Knew that he owned business to something to do with blood and the quality of it. In terms of Cain, not much information there. The description that Fear gave for Cain did not match the description of what Loken thought of Cain. So there are a few more questions there that have arisen. But he sent you sort of in the direction of the southwest part of Kanrath towards the docks, where he has heard some ongoings, and if there was any more investigation to be made, that's probably the most likely place, due to that area of the city being the very impoverished area. And the vampires themselves don't venture that far because of the stink of humans, and the angst refineries around there also are toxic. So the vampires stay very well clear of that area. So if anything was to happen against vampires, it's probably in that kind of area to kind of stay out of the sight of vampires. I'm just going to turn the music up a little bit because it's a bit quiet. Cool. However, on the way, you decide that you might take the Crassius Household a visit, in which Marionette at least knows, is on the outer edge of the noble district. It's not within the Freedom Square, which is where the most noble of people live, but on the outer band, but still very wealthy, very powerful. And you are making your way there as we speak. It's going to take about half an hour to walk from where you are now back to that area that you're at. So, what do you guys want to do? Do you guys just want to make your way there, or anything you wish to discuss along the way?
Go straight there. Is there? Do you feel that's the best course of action?
Yes, I'm trying to remember how he sounds. Yes, I think that should be wise.
I am concerned that my master, as I know him, Malevolence, but Cain, is this so-called 6th child of the Crimson King. I appreciate that meeting me has led on to the story that my entire being has been to usurp the throne as part of that noble house. Yet, I am learning that my master was once this leader of a rebellion against the Crimson King. It seems that even in undeath, that dislike for the crown continued. Yet, he always said to us that he was the rightful heir, not the firstborn.
Interesting.
Curious.
I've had a few weeks to think on this. And it hadn't crossed my mind while I was in the moment last time. And I should have brought it up with Locum. However, I just feel that maybe I should say that out loud.
Not to rain on your parade, Fear, but did you not say that your master was featured in the hunting picture? And from what we are to gather of the 6th child, he was an outcast.
Yes.
Would your master have featured in this painting otherwise, if he were the 6th child?
That is what took me by surprise. I only know Malevolence to have loathed the Crimson King entirely and wanted his place. The other 5 meant nothing to him, nor to me or my apprentice. And yet, here I stand with you all working for the Crimson King.
Do you need a napkin, dear?
I haven't done this voice in a while and I am salivating. Somebody got me laughing earlier and I spat fucking everywhere.
What a knob.
And Marcus is a knob.
Agreed. No, I don't mean that, Marcus. I do apologize.
I do.
It's quite a bit. So, just outside, meta.
Yeah.
Did we establish that the 6th child is Malevolence? Or am I getting that wrong?
His theory.
Well,
Theory.
that's the connection we've made so far, but your master's description of him and my memory of my master does not quite add up. Yet I would not put it past Malevolence to change with.
I think during this discussion, I think you can all make a history check.
Ooh.
First one, put roll on 2025! Woo! It's out of the tray! It's good that it's out of the tray. It's out of the tray!
Get it right, come on.
Oh my
I don't know
god, I
anything.
suck at this character.
History.
Smutty little 20.
Smarty little 20.
4.
4.
14.
Okay,
Am I right?
alright.
The confidence of that fall.
Oh.
Good, strong 4.
Okay.
You're golfing, are you, mate?
Are you okay, Marcus?
I think Marionette, as Fear tries to test the theory of Malevolence perhaps being this 6th child, you kind of cast your mind back a little bit to any history that you might have read in your pastime. You would know that the 6th child was at least female.
Okay. Or she.
Or she.
Sorry, the 6th child is female.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't know her name or anything like that, but anything that you've heard about Malevolence or Cain really doesn't match the description of anything you've heard of the 6th child before.
I think you definitely have some things to work out about your master, Fear. I think we should be maybe open to the possibility that maybe it's not just one faction or being that might want the destruction of the Crimson King, and there might be other factions as well, unless your master has taken on a great deal of changes, which is entirely their right, then perhaps not the sixth child, dear.
I endeavour to find out.
And we shall help you with that. I'm also quite concerned that you say you have an apprentice. I fear I've grown somewhat fond of you. I truly believe that you should not be teaching anybody.
Just smiles. It's just like this cold smile.
And point proven. Anyway, this way.
All right. So I'd say the discussion happens over the half an hour that you spend sort of walking through the streets, and eventually you get to the edge of the noble district, and you can see there are some Kanrathian guards sort of standing idly by, just to try and stop people just wandering in, and they notice you sort of approach, and they kind of stand in your way. Go, oi, hey! What thinks you can get?
Do you want to try that?
Another guy comes up. Oh, fucking get over, mate. Anyway, you're not allowed in there, mate.
What's his name from South?
You got a pass or something?
Is he in need of medical assistance?
Oh yeah, he's had a few drink. He has.
Marionette will just kind of gently touch the kind of emblem of the Crassius Household that's on her chest. I'm just returning home with some friends.
Right, I haven't seen you around here before, so I'm going to need a little bit more than that. Well, you could have forged that. I'm just saying.
Why would I do that?
Flash him your other badge, will you?
I don't like flashing that badge. Oh, I'm kind of like open up a little compartment. Is this any better?
He'll just take it from you and look at it and go, well, rather fancy.
Oh, don't do that.
Are you
Hey,
fucking
take a look at this,
simple?
Jerry. Fucking hell.
Titus Nightmare. I should know. I'm a vampire.
Have they changed the guard here recently? Things seem to have switched
The
somewhat.
guard named Jerry comes over and has a look at it, and
Oh, jeez.
oh yeah, he's right fancy, isn't it? Yeah. And it's at this point a guard captain. You can see he's slightly more embellished with maybe a couple of medals on his sort of breast.
Ethan's still with us.
Oh, and Ethan!
Will you fucking tell them?
And Ethan.
But yes, Ethan is still with you, but he's just he's not.
He's just background.
Yeah, he's just background. He's taking notes on like everything you guys are kind of doing.
He's NPC.
Yeah. But this very clear guard captain comes over and says, like, what's going on here, lads? Come on. What's this? And he takes the seal that they were holding. Jerry, this is the fucking royal seal, mate. Come on. Pass it. You may pass.
Hey, go, I'll take it
I'm
back.
sorry about that.
Well,
Could be.
some extra training might be required.
Yes.
We'll have to let Master Crassius know of this.
Fair intimidate check.
Okay.
You're gonna mug him.
Natural 20
Fucking Christ.
for a 24.
Okay.
Tasty.
Like that. I'll roll like shit the rest of the game. It's worth it.
I'm very sorry. I don't know what your name is, but I promise my compatriots over here will know to do better next time. Please don't
Know
put
the
my name down.
households of which you are responsible.
All right, thank you. Well, please pass.
Thank you.
And you will just
Stride on.
sort of part there, the rest of the guard, and you are just free to go through. And it takes about sort of 5 minutes to even from this bit to sort of go to the western area of this noble district, and you start to approach what Marionette would know as the Crassius Household. And you see grand oaken wooden doors just above this cobbled staircase. The staircase is only about sort of 10 foot in length. So this manor kind of is on its own little hill almost. It's kind of risen up from the ground floor of the street, and it's a large manor, but not ridiculously large. It is a very good stately home. It looks in really good condition, and there's no lights on that you can see, and the doors are currently closed. And you start to approach.
I will lead the way up the steps.
Yep.
And get to the doors. We are a shoes-off household. You will find a rack to the left, and please, if you want to hang your coats, feel free. Is it unlocked?
You just trying the door?
I'll try the door because obviously I was arrested from here, so I just want to see locked or unlocked.
Okay. So, as you go to sort of give it a shake, Siobhan, can you please make a perception check?
Trespass.
And is that you inviting us in?
We've established here that yes, I am inviting you in.
And our good friend Marcus here.
Marcus, you are also invited in.
Thank you. Must I take my shoes off?
You must.
I hear that the crypt of the tomb crypts are renowned for their mushroom feet.
That was a nat 1
okay.
for a lovely 2.
Lovely too.
Yeah.
Lovely
Okay.
A
too.
lovely 2.
Tell me this, Siobhan. Will you have locked the door behind you?
Did I have a key?
Good point. But you can. I can tell you what. If you could, would you?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check and see if you maybe have found something you can lock the door with.
I'm doing like this so you can't see.
Yeah.
So was it, what was it?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Yes.
That is a 8.
8. I'd say you probably don't find a key or anything, so you maybe just probably leave it unlocked unless you want to maybe barricade it.
I was going
or
to say,
something.
could I proper chair?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
depending on what kind of.
Yeah, you can definitely
Twisty doorknob.
Yeah, that's the thing, I don't know what it is, but
No. Yeah, I'd say you could definitely at least jam the chair
I
against
think
the door.
yeah, I probably want to do
That's
that.
fine,
I think
okay.
yeah.
So, Marionette, you go to open the door. It moves slightly. You can tell that it is unlocked, but something is stopping the latch from.
Well, would this be a job for our Bolden friend here?
I think so. Boys, you might want to keep your shoes on.
Very well.
God for that.
It's a window.
There are certainly windows.
What we've
yes.
learned about Alex is you'll red mist your house, your friends.
Friends, everything. Anything to do with my character, Alice is like,
I would
let's
fuck it
do
up.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. From this side of the house, you can see probably 4 windows, 2 on kind of each side of this centre door.
Do you have a back door?
Oh, you're no fun.
Well,
It's the,
There is a back door, isn't there?
yes.
Yeah.
is it worth coming in from both sides?
I don't know that splitting is wise.
Could you hold it together, please, Marcus?
He's had a hard day. He's found out he's part of a cult. Give him a break.
And it really is a cult, Marcus.
Such a cult.
Look, I am quite adept at moving quietly. If you need me to enter your household from the rear, I will. Or I will stay where you can
Can
see
I
me.
try and give the door a bit of a big shove? Just to see
You
if I can
absolutely
move
can.
without
Make
it.
a strength check for me.
Not great.
Yes, you will go around the back.
9.
9. Yeah, you get it to open ever so slightly. Maybe you can just about see a crack in the door.
Okay.
But it's just stuck on something.
I could also try and unpick the locks on the windows.
Oh, that would be more sensible, yes.
We could try knocking.
Well, if somebody's barricaded the door from the inside, it is likely that they do not want callers. We should probably be quiet and make a subtle entrance, Marcus.
I mean, we've already tried to shaft the door open. I'm sure we've made ourselves known.
Well, he goes to the window and he will try
I'm making
and
a
use
mess
his
over
thieves'
it.
tools and stuff
Fuck
to
me.
lockpick the window to get in.
Okay, make a perception check for me first.
Ship shit!
Oh, I thought it was an attorney.
It's only an 11.
Miles away.
You're 11. I think even with that, you can see the way that these windows are constructed. You can't unlock them with a lockpick as such.
What about a brick?
You would imagine that probably would do it, but you certainly can't just unlock it.
I've got a brick.
Always got to
Can I get on the roof with my spider climb?
Oh, if you've got spider climb, absolutely, you can climb on the roof.
Oh, definitely, yeah, I do.
You do. It's just a natural ability you can do
Climb
all
as
the time.
fast as you walk, so I'll get on the roof.
Okay. Bearing in mind, you are in a semi-public space. So, seeing someone climb on top of a noble manor home, just so you know, like, you're not in a very private space where you're on your own.
Okay.
You know,
Can I
if
do
that
it
is a
stealth?
concern to you, I'm just letting you know.
How about we try the back door first?
Sure.
We'll go around the back.
Okay.
And I guess, do you want me to try the back door?
Try the back door,
Sure.
yeah.
Can I investigate it first of all to see if it's locked, trapped,
Yep.
etc.?
Absolutely. Yeah, make one. Yep.
There we go. 19 on the dice
Yeah.
for a 24.
Better.
Good dice.
Okay.
Let's go back.
Would you have done anything with the back door?
I feel like probably if I'd done the front door, I feel like I would have made
Yeah,
an effort
yeah.
to at least
Okay.
see if there was a back door. I'd probably do
Um,
the same thing.
Maybe just try and barricade it again, kind of thing, or
Yeah,
yeah.
if I can't find any keys.
That's fine. Yeah,
then
yeah. We'll say we do that.
yeah.
You get the same sort of thing. So, I'll describe how you get to the back. So, Marionette will probably tell you that there is a small garden space out the back of this manor, and it has a bit of a patio, which is where the back doors are. So you make your way around the perimeter of the building, and you have to kind of climb over some fencing, but you get into the garden, and this back patio doors are closed, and with your investigation check, you find that they're the same sort of thing as the front door. It's budging, but not
Okay.
enough to enter.
I laughed because I imagined the thought I had was like Fear walking over the fence with Spider coming, he's walking through it. It appears that you have a visitor and they would like to keep this place locked. I think if we can't get in through the windows or the doors with grace, then maybe
Bust the door down.
Marcus,
Bust it now.
if you could please.
Before I do that,
Yeah.
Bust it now, Marcus.
if we're at the back of the household, is it more private than?
Yes, I would say so. Yeah, you've
Can I
at least
try
got
to-
like two sort of directions.
I don't have the strength.
I just want to do the spider club just in case there's any like skylights or anything like that. Or,
Skylights.
yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Windows for skies.
Yeah.
Windows.
For some reason I was thinking like floodlights. And I was like, what's that got to do with it?
Like World War II.
A cat light at the back. Just two vampires and a robot. Just everyone's scarpers.
Sprinklers come on.
Everyone's scarpers in different directions.
One up the walls, one on the roof, robot through the fence.
So is your spider climb innate or is it like a spell?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Awesome. I can
As a
climb fast as I
vampire.
can walk.
very
Yeah,
nice,
it's one of the
very nice.
vampire traits for the system, which is really cool. It's just you get spider climb as part of your many, many attributes of being a vampire, which is fucking awesome.
But some downsides as well as being a
Nope.
vampire. So- Nothing.
Not one of the.
I'm perfect.
Not one. Fucking right.
Future perfect.
Oh, we go.
So yeah, you can absolutely climb like just the side of the house. You can probably get on top of the patio, like awning almost. Make a perception check for me.
That was really jazzy.
13.
13. So you get on top of this house, and the roof to this manor home is quite sharply angled,
Right.
and it kind of curves slightly as it comes to a little point. You can see that this manor has at least 2 floors: the ground floor, first floor, and you can see there is at least room for an attic space, but there are no windows to this attic space. So you don't find any skylights. Yeah, and there's no like direct windows to the attic, but there's definitely windows to the first floor.
Okay.
That's all you find.
None.
Marcus, please come down and bust the door
All right,
open.
all right. Here I come. And then I'll come back down and I'll bust the door open.
Okay. Sure.
Using my
Make an
muscles.
athletics check for me if you're going to really bust it.
Get a ting on this.
Get a ting. Oh, yes.
Lovely.
17.
Ooh.
That works.
What was it? Athletics.
Yes, please.
20. Unnatural.
Unnatural. It's fine.
30.
Why did you point at saving throws Constitution?
I pointed at athletics.
Yeah. No, you did. Actually, it's funny. I thought you were down here. Like,
Oh, no,
I was just like,
No, I did it right. That's right.
you did do it right. Yeah.
So, yeah, I would definitely with the 20, you kind of, do you put your shoulder into it, or do you like just try and kick it?
Yeah, I guess I just. Yeah, a bit of force.
Okay, yeah. So,
Body mass.
You take a little bit of a run up, just to kind of really get the effort in there, and the door just busts.
There's somebody opening it at the same time.
Hello. And you can see like a chair and maybe like a small chest that's been put in the way of this door, and it's just been rolled over to the side as you push this door open.
Antique!
How quickly would you like me to move?
Very, very
He
well.
just runs
He just
straight
runs
into
in.
the house, and
Yep.
as he does, like, it's very. If you could follow it with a camera, the camera turns before he does, so that, like, the building is upside down as you're going through the kitchen. What does, like, the kitchen going into the next room look like if he had 30 feet from the door? Because he's basically going to go, like, up the wall and onto the ceiling with his spider climb.
What in this first room you come to?
Yes, basically.
Okay.
I just want to know how far 30 feet is if I'm running to another doorway, if I'm
Sure.
about to, like, peg into a wall.
Let me just.
Sorry.
If I can hold it together, so can you.
So, when you enter this room, 30 foot will get you to another wall that is split by a door. But you can see this first room you come to. There are like a few sort of children's toys about, and there's like a small writing desk in a corner. There's a piano in another corner. It's very clearly like a hobby room.
Okay. If 30 feet gets me to the other corner, then he basically runs up, and it's like across the wall, very like, and it's because you like made me think of like Interview with a Vampire, which is a fantastic film. And like he goes to the corner, he basically like takes the corner, and his like rapier comes out. Can I do a perception check around the room, please?
Yeah.
13.
30. If you two are also entering, make a perception check for me as well.
I can stop doing that if you don't.
I love it.
I like the team.
22.
22.
8.
8. I get.
Scanning.
I'm just looking for anybody here, basically, like any movement that is just going to get attacked.
You can see. Fuck all. There are no lights on in here. At least.
Dark vision.
There's no light in here, but there's still some outside light kind of leaking in, so it's not completely dark.
But I've got dark vision.
Yeah. Short fuck up.
Fair enough.
There is no one you can see immediately.
Next exit, where is it? Well, next. Is it literally the one like that's beneath me?
There's that one that you come to like immediately ahead of you as you went
Yeah.
in, and then directly to your left.
And no noise coming from either of those.
Well, Siobhan, I probably should have sent you these images, but Marionette
I've
over here
got them
probably
up if you want to share.
share.
The ground floor, first floor.
Where do you think you'd be in this floor plan?
Am I ground or first, or can I choose?
You can choose, yeah.
That's what the bottom looks like.
I would probably go upstairs.
Choose wisely. Can I kill someone before they've started playing? Is that allowed?
Absolutely. Depends on what they do. In
I've
like,
spent hours on this character.
Don't you
doesn't
dare!
matter. Does not matter.
I think I would probably go into maybe the guest room.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that makes sense.
that makes sense. That's
You're a guest.
Precisely.
yeah. Okay.
Fear just looks to you then. It's just like, where next?
So yeah, you are currently in the hobby room.
He's like pointing to both doors, like.
I'll tell you the size of this room with your perception checks. So it's about 20 foot from the door that you've just come in, and the width of the room is 30 foot.
So I've just done that 30-foot expanse.
I think Marinette will then. Straight ahead of you is the kitchen. Marcus, if you would please check the hallway, I shall make sure the dining room and lounge area is clear.
Where are your stairs?
Hallway and up.
Okay.
Marcus, I suppose we're doing the kitchen then.
Does this house contain a cellar?
Does it? No.
There is no cellar. So yeah, Marcus, the kitchen. There's a double door that leads to the kitchen, straight ahead of you where you came in from the patio, and these don't open like outwards. They're like sliding doors. You can
Oh my god!
Gwyneth
Sliding
Paltrow.
doors.
and you pull them to kind of like
Stunning outside.
Yeah.
There we go.
you pull them to sort of both sides, and you see a very well sort of well-equipped kitchen. There are lots of utensils and it's quite clean in here. A few things that seem to be sort of like chucked about, like there are some pans that kind of on the floor.
Sorry. I just love your descriptions. I'm just waiting for the one that's going to floor me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Chucked about pans on the floor.
Yeah, and you can see that there's a little bit of just discourse to the room. It doesn't look like it's been taken care of.
So it's not like general use. It's like someone's had a good old
Yeah,
lunch.
like there's not like someone's made a meal here.
Yeah.
This is like just things have been just chucked about.
Okay.
You can see that some like the drawers and stuff are just kind of open, not closed, and some like cupboard door just wide open. It's very random.
I say it appears somebody has been looking for something in this room.
That's
I'll
definitely
say
what
to
you gather
Marinette.
from that.
Yeah.
Marinette is going to charge forward, following in Fear's footsteps to the hallway to go and stick a head through
Yeah.
the dining room.
Yeah. The door in between the hobby room that you're in to the hallway is unlocked. There's nothing stopping you. And you open it, and you're in this quite sort of grand, quite tall hallway. And you can see the kind of the banisters that line the first floor. And there's a set of stairs directly to your left as you enter that are sort of going up.
Can we see it?
You may as well show them. May as well.
Did you design this?
No, Jackson is just.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the ground floor.
Oh, that's
Oh.
me.
Oh.
Oh, and that's first floor.
That's first floor.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just the ground floor, really, just to see where we are.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So you're
So
yeah, Marionette and Fear, you're currently in the hallway.
yeah.
And you can see now what is the front door. There's been just one like a rocking chair that's just been jabbed up on the handle on this side, and it's been cracked open a little bit where you Marionette had tried to open it.
And he's just like pointing at it.
You see Marionette kind of like the hydraulics kind of as she like you can see like the blood starts to bubble.
And he's just like,
You can see that the understairs cupboard door is slightly open, and a few things have just begun pulled out from there. You can imagine there's probably like bed sheets and that kind of thing in
Yeah.
there, and they've just kind of been sort of opened and thrown about. Not thrown, but put to one side kind of thing.
like it's been turned over.
Yeah. I think at this point you all start to guess it's not been turned over completely. It's not thorough so far. Yeah, you're in the hallway.
I guess while you're heading into the dining room and having a look in there, he's going to he just stays like at the top of the room and he's just listening. He's trying to like listen upstairs.
Okay. Well, meanwhile this happens, Siobhan, you hear basically all of this. You hear like a door being thrown open, almost smashed open. Yeah. You're like, there's no mistaking this now. Someone has entered this manor. You're not sure where, but you're currently in the guest room. What would you like to do while you hear this commotion?
She's a mage, kill her! That was a filthy laugh, wasn't it?
I think I would like to. Where am I?
You are. Oh God, I keep going the wrong way. This room, yeah.
I'd like to cast. Actually, it is a cantrip. Prestidigitation.
Okay.
And I would like to create a maybe like noise. Maybe I think it's a 10-foot range. So I might kind of cast the noise to be in the storage room if that's possible, to kind of like
Okay, I see.
detract
Yeah.
attention
I see
from
what you're saying,
the
yeah.
room that I'm in.
Is that spell? I thought it was something else. That did that.
Prestidigitation, I think,
Yeah.
allows you to clean yourself, but also do
Oh.
things like
There's
open
lots,
windows in a
yeah.
room or
There's like
put out
make a
candles.
noise.
These
Yeah,
are all
yeah.
the bullet points that I can do.
Cool. Yeah, nice. Awesome.
Yeah, so it's kind of like create a harmless like sensory effect.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
could be like a
No,
normal.
awesome. Yeah, I just remember there being some other spell that kind of did that. I can't remember what it
There's
was.
a
That's
few.
Thaumaturge, you
Yeah.
can do that as well.
Yes.
That's
yeah,
the one.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, cool, awesome. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. What kind of sound do you want to make?
So that's a storage room. So I might kind of, I don't know if it would be possible to kind of almost create the sound of maybe like a broom falling over or something.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
like, just something kind of.
Like a thump.
Something,
Just
something like that.
Absolutely, you can do that. So you cast your spell, and you guys below.
Take the bait.
Yeah.
He would absolutely 100% like silent run across the.
I mean, you guys are like you're on the bottom floor. You're kind of hearing out at this point. Do make a perception check.
Natural 1, you don't hear it. 9.
9.
Perception.
Also 9.
3.
Fucking
23.
what?
23.
23. I thought you just said 3.
3, yeah, I thought you said 3 for a 23. I was like,
God damn.
are we Kaz?
No, it'd be over 30 if it was cat.
Yeah, it can only be a 31 and up.
I think even for you two in the hallway, with that roll, I'd say you hear it, but you think it's like Marcus in the kitchen, like just
Marcus
trying to
did
move
that.
things about. But
Fucking buffoon.
Talking about.
but Marcus is like just very sharply, just no, that wasn't me.
Can I?
You can tell that it's from the upper floor.
Sense of disturbance in the
You
force.
can't tell exactly where.
Yeah.
Definitely upper floor.
I'm just gonna go like that. Like.
Cool. Are you gonna like sort of meet up with him in the hallway, kind of thing? Sure. Cool.
I'll head across the ceiling, up the stairs on the ceiling, and then
Okay.
it literally is like it's weird because he's upside down, walking on like it's a normal floor, and nothing is like hovering that way. It's all the right way. And it's like when that camera follows you, like the room's upside down, and he looks the right way. Like that's the visual I get. And like he will just silently head upstairs to from the stairs. How far can I get to the top floor?
So
We're not really in like initiative
No.
or anything, so
No.
you don't have to like do 30 foot at a time kind of thing. So
so
within reason, like you're not going to say like I'm going to go to the other side of the house now. You know, just yeah.
Yeah. So
that's where you are now.
Yeah, 'cause I'd be down
And then it is
it'd put me on the intersection.
right here.
So keep going up because it would be the top of the stairs. Then probably
Yep.
to the right there, that intersection. I would probably get to there.
Yep.
Like, and again, it's like a silent skid across the ceiling, and he just stops.
Yep.
And then can I make a perception check to see if I
You
can...
may do that again. Yes, absolutely. Marionette just.
Oh my god! Fuck off! You are the stealthiest thief in the world. Natural 1.
Game of rage, right? Yeah, guys. Game of fucking rage.
Where is it?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you. Maybe your heart is pumping a lot at this moment.
She's never done that.
Yeah. I think
It's fucking mysterious.
Right, mysterious.
I think
He just does it once. He's like,
I think it's like from the time that you used to have a heart that pumped. It's like
an echo of a memory.
like a phantom
Like a
limb.
phantom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Welcome to the
Bloodpunk.
table,
Yeah.
Siobhan. It's like a phantom pump. There is the t-shirt. Wow.
Phantom pump.
Yeah.
New from JML.
The phantom pump.
It's like a phantom.
Oh Jesus.
Dave would have had a field day with that. Yeah, and I think
Yeah, quite.
yeah, I think that that singular like, and maybe it is. Maybe there's something that he doesn't remember from consciously from that like from that distant world that he once was from. That like whoosh, feels
Yeah.
like a heartbeat, and he's just like he stops in his tracks, and it's just like
Just definitely that feeling of adrenaline kind of just
Yeah.
gets you. Yeah, so you can't tell anything. You can't see or hear anything around you. You can hear, obviously, your...
I'm blind and deaf.
I don't know what's going on. You can sort of see your companions and hear what they're doing, but you hear nothing else. And Marionette, as you come to the bottom of the stairs and you're making your way up, you can see the lounge area door is open. And you can see just inside as you glance past, it's at a bit of a disarray. Some of the furniture is kind of ripped apart, not completely, but like it's been torn. There are chest of drawers that have just been yanked out, and like a mirror smashed. And it's just
See,
again, someone's been searching for something here.
going to be more than 7 years bad luck when I get my hands on them.
Oh. And you also make your way up, and you going upstairs as well with them?
Yeah,
Sure.
I would see Fear stop where he is, and then maybe I'll just come and join him, and then have a look myself, because I heard the noise.
Yeah. I mean,
wanna
it
have
was
a
only
look
Fear
at
that made perception check, so you two go for it as well if you want to make another one as you make your way up.
It's better.
Ooh.
22.
Cool.
17.
And Siobhan, please make one as well.
What? Sorry.
A perception check, yeah.
I've never been so scared to join a party.
Give you an
before.
update.
Oh my god.
We are going to fucking lynch you.
Lynch.
That's a 6.
Yeah. 6 total.
Yeah.
Someone has been sleeping in your bed.
Do you think is the door closed in your room? You think closed behind you, or yeah,
Yeah. If I've barricaded both,
the front and back door? Yeah.
I would definitely sort this one out as
Okay.
well.
I think
Sort it.
sort of. Yeah. I think because the door is closed, it's kind of muting some of the sound that you can hear. So you think you're like kind of clear for this moment.
Yeah.
You can't hear footsteps, can't hear voices. You're just kind of in this weird limbo that you're not really sure what's happening. So, sorry, what were your rolls? 17?
17.
And
22.
22, cool.
Do you snore?
It's very quiet. You heard that, like, well, I think when Marcus pointed it out, you heard that one tiny little thump somewhere up on the upper floor. You got nothing to go on right now.
Are the doors up here? Are kind of which doors have been opened, which are closed?
I'd say all the doors that you can see from here are closed.
Okay. I think Marinette's going to go towards. Realistically, she'll go to the master bedroom first.
Okay.
And I want to just quietly open the door and have a peek.
Sure. There's
Almost
nothing.
has to stop herself knocking automatically.
Yes, yeah. You open these doors. There's nothing barricading your way here.
Okay.
Again, a bit of a disarray. Some of the pillows are just thrown off the bed. Again, another sort of drawer's been taken out, like the bedside table, and it's just been upturned and everything out of it, and drawer just chucked to one side. The cupboard is just open. And there's maybe like a few clothes still there from when they left, but those have kind of been turned inside out a little bit. Again, someone has sort of searched here, but you see no one. You're kind of in the intersection bit.
I want to turn to you and whisper, loud whisper.
What would have they been looking for?
I truly don't know. I can only assume that it is some scum lowlife down on their luck, looking for
Piece of shit.
some absolute criminal scum with no sense of morals or justice, looking for a quick buck.
And like this sort of snaps Fear out of his adrenaline moment. He's like, the cattle, when they sense that the predator is not around, do tend to step out of line. Where next, Marionette?
And she'll point across the hall. These are the children's rooms. I swear to God.
I will wait
If something has
here.
happened to these rooms, I will, as the youth say, shit a brick. And that's very hard for me to do.
What do you shit? No.
Are you going into the
I will head to Tobias's room.
Tobias's room? Yeah, so that's directly opposite the
Yeah.
master bedroom, and it's just a single door on this one, and you make your way in.
Where's that on there?
Not as
Check.
Oh, did you? Shit.
not as much of a disarray. A couple of things have been checked. I think you kind of get the vibe that if someone was checking this room, it's a children's room, you're not really going to find a lot there. So they didn't really pay a lot of attention to it. But you can see like maybe like a toy chest has been opened, and it's just a few things have sort of been put to one side. Again, this is empty. The bed looked like you left it very well made and very well sort of put together. It like one side of the sheets has just been kind of lifted over to look under it.
Yeah.
That's about the extent of what's in here.
I'm going to assume that probably then Linus will be about the same.
Yes, he will.
Marinette is avoiding the study out of habit more than anything else.
Yep.
Next natural place is the guest room.
Yep. Okay.
As you leave Tobias's room with me and Marcus, who are on the corner, he just looks at Marcus from the ceiling and just like points to like the left and the right, left being the study and the right being the rest of the corridor. Is like, which way would you like to go?
So we try the study.
Points you that way, and we'll follow on the ceiling.
So are you two going towards study, and you're going towards guest room?
Yeah.
Oh, he's here with a fucking candlestick. Mr. Mustard.
That's my next character.
Mr. Mustard.
Brian Butterfield Mustard Seer.
Here he is with a fucking candlestick.
Mr. Mustard.
Mr.
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah,
I love it.
Mustard.
Again, what are you doing in this moment?
I haven't. I kind of haven't heard anything since.
Are you sort of trying to hear out still if there's anything?
Yeah, I think what I would probably do in this moment, because I've obviously heard that there's someone in here.
Yes.
I will say I haven't barricaded this door purely because I thought what I'd done
was enough.
was
kind of
enough.
thing. Yeah, sure.
So I am going to cast. This is a really fun cantrip. And it's part of
Please tell.
Bloodpunk.
Yes.
Specifically, it's called agglutination.
Agglutination,
which
yes.
is
Play
fun
pray
to
tell.
say. So as a bonus action, I can create a magical orb in my hand that is basically like made of blood. So what I'm going to do is, it's going to be quiet because it's a spell.
Yeah.
As quietly as possible.
Does it have any verbal components?
That's true.
Verbal, somatic, and
It's the
material.
only one. It's
I mean,
I'd have fucking credit. Really? Wow! I was not ready for that.
No.
That's where that, like, straight out of the, like, honestly, like,
There is something about this specific setting that just turns me into an absolute misogynist monster.
like your celebration there, and I will point out to everybody listening, one of the greatest feminists I know, and that was your response.
Yeah. For podcast listeners.
Steph gave it the V in the tongue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen.
Oh, fucking hell.
If you can eat them, join them.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it. Can't beat him, eat 'em.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I do apologise. Yeah, get wrecked, bitch. Verbal components.
I was going to say the cred stick that, and I'd taken it straight back off you.
Wait. No,
Yeah.
S isn't. No, S is
Semantic.
Yeah. So
if
it's not.
there's no V on that.
No.
There's no V.
Right. No.
There's no V. Okay, well, then we're fine.
Sorry, I saw S and was like, oh, speech.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
No, I'm.
Yeah,
No.
fingers-
I never look at this because I don't.
Join the board.
Is it now? Yes. So no verbal components. You can
Fab, with
just
just my fingers.
In the guest room with just my fingers.
Mr. Mustard. Get a Captain
Fuck it out.
Scarlet.
let Siobhan do her spell. God damn it.
Real men run red lights.
Oh Christ.
So sorry, Jack.
I'm fine.
Good.
So this is Bloodpunk, everyone. This is how it always goes. I think every episode is ended like this.
My jaw's
shit.
gonna fucking fall off.
Oh Christ.
It's really serious, guys.
It really is. Okay. Whilst Ian's dying over there in the corner,
Yeah.
you cast Agglutination.
I do cast Assassination with just my fingers. Yeah, kind of like sneakily just create this like this little ball of blood basically.
Yeah.
But I will kind of hold it behind my back as if I'm kind of ready
Sure.
and looking at the door.
No, I like that.
Because I don't want to look like I'm gonna
be hostile straight away. Yeah, of course. We genuinely have died here. Fucking Alex as well.
Welcome, Siobhan.
Yeah, great entrance so far.
Let's walk into the house. I haven't done anything.
Breathe, everyone. Breathe. Oh my.
On Dragonborn Industries, you
Yeah.
get the pure, unedited experience.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh.
I'm actually crying, you fucking... What have you done to me? You've
What
killed
have
me.
you done? So, I'll say that you are ready for anyone if anyone enters.
But I'm not looking aggressive.
No, no, of course. You're
Yeah.
trying to hide it.
Uh-huh.
Trying to hide the spell that you're doing.
Behind
On the
her.
back. It's just a
Just like, yeah.
ball of blood.
It's just a ball.
Just a
Innocent
ball. It's an
Yeah.
innocent ball of blood.
What have you got there?
Yeah, nothing to see here. Just a ball of blood. It's alright. Just don't worry about it.
Actually sweating now.
dear.
You're in
Okay.
a jumper. I can take my jacket off.
Okay. So,
Oh dear.
Marinette, let's go with you first.
Can I have a listen at the door to see if I can hear any signs of life inside?
Yeah, sure.
Is that
Make a perception
14?
check. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The master bedroom.
Ooh.
This
And
is the
room.
guest room.
Guest room.
Right, right. 23.
23, that's pretty high.
Mm.
Are you like sort of like right up to the door
Yeah,
just to see
yeah.
if you can get? Okay, it's quite a high roll. I'm going to say you hear the slight rustle of fabric.
Engage.
Um,
I suppose we're around the corner at the moment at the study.
Yeah.
You are, yes. So yeah, you just hear like a slight, maybe it could be like a curtain being moved or something of that ilk.
I'm going to twist part of my hip and pull out my rapier
Mm-hmm.
to have at the ready, and
Yep.
I'm just going to open the door.
Okay. Okay.
There's somebody at the door.
There's somebody
at the door.
I think yeah, you start to open it, and we're just going to see what's going on over here.
Well, I think this is probably happening as we get to the study door. So I mean,
Yeah.
happy to let this play out and us to just come rushing. in or
I think
whatever.
it's just like Marionette taking just a small moment to just take the chance
Yeah.
to hear things. I think in that moment you get to the study door.
I think from the ceiling he like goes to like press on the top of the door to like go and open it like
I'll-
stealthily,
I'll
so that
do
you're
that.
ready to like breach.
I pull out my Bloodpunk pistol and just point it out the door as you're pushing them.
Ready, Marcus?
When you are.
Just yeah. Check those corners.
You push on the study door and it doesn't move. It's
I reach down and twist the handle and push the door open.
you twist the handle, but it doesn't move. It is locked.
Can I?
Can I?
Can I try?
Conviction.
Try
Yeah.
what? Try what?
I was gonna. Well,
Just-
I was gonna try and fiddle with the lock, but if you want me to kick it in,
Oh, we did each other's jobs there.
It's completely up to you what you want to do. Like, what would Marcus do?
Marcus probably knows something's afoot.
Yep.
He knows that we've made enough noise, and he knows that someone's trying to hide. So I
Yep.
think I will just kick the door in.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, Marionette. Bang!
Give me an athletics check to again bust the door open.
It's a lovely thing.
Move.
Bust.
Say 11.
11.
Pulled a muscle.
You like? I think you maybe use like a heel to try and kick the door open.
Yeah.
It's that where the lock is, and it doesn't work. It moves a bit further, but it's quite a sturdy lock. You figure you probably need to put like quite a lot more force into it, and unfortunately that just didn't quite work. So you try and kick this door down.
It's locked, mate.
But you don't look like you damaged the door or anything. It's just hitting against the lock, and it.
No, that made
Nothing
quite a
changes.
loud.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. As you sort of hear like the handle on the other side just kind of thwap against the other side of the door.
My
Thwap.
turn. And it'll just drop from the ceiling and land on the floor,
Okay.
and we'll pull out his lockpicking kit and then.
Okay, you start to do that. When you open the door, do you open just sort of like,
I think.
or like a real quick, or
Sorry.
I think it's with a kind of grace and confidence of I know I'm meant to be here
Okay.
and you're not.
okay, so just very confident.
Yeah,
Yeah, here
Yeah.
I am. Cool. You
it's my house.
sort of open this door and you enter with your weapon drawn.
I think
and-
not like threateningly, just kind of like
Actually,
at the side.
yeah,
just,
okay.
yeah.
And you see a figure in this guest room. Please explain yourself,
Explain
Siobhan.
yourself.
Why are you here?
Get out.
So what you see is a very small figure. She is a halfling, who has white, like stark white hair that's kind of up in like a really like messy bun. She's got massive round red tinted glasses on. She's dressed very kind of fashionably, kind of quite hip, I guess. I don't know what the fashion is like in Kanrath.
Just very well dressed.
Yeah. I look cool, basically.
You're cool as shit.
And yeah, like I said, she's got one hand behind her back, and the other hand, I'm going to say in this moment, I don't know if I had this, but I've kind of whipped out my ID card as well. So I'm kind of like...
that's fine, yeah.
And yeah, I was like, don't shoot!
I'm not a shooting kind of being.
Oh, good.
Well worded.
I do, however, have some of those with me. So unless you would like that to happen, I suggest that you explain yourself swiftly and carefully.
Oh, darling, there's no need to be so dramatic. Kitty Kildane at Kanrath today. I'm a simple journalist. I'm here to investigate. Don't worry, I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here to get information. I'm on a very important mission.
Well, I must say, your investigation finding is sloppy.
Oh, darling, I'm not a savage. That was not me.
Then you should see the state of the... Wasn't you?
No, it was you. Good Lord, I would never. I would simply
I
never.
want to insight that.
I'm still trying
Absolutely,
to
yeah.
unlock the
Go
door.
for it, yeah.
That's not great.
We probably hear
Roll a persuasion check.
I can have this right now.
Please.
That's what I look like, by the way.
We'll show it to the class.
I shall. Give me a sec. That's 14.
We
I got an 8. So
need character art. We need an artist.
Yeah.
We need somebody out there who can draw our
We can get
characters.
Dave to do it.
yeah,
I'll force him
get
to
Dave.
do it.
Dave draws.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Why hasn't he done it already?
Because he's shy.
He just,
He's shy.
We
Oh.
do need character art, though.
Yeah.
New channel
I'll show
artist.
you, this is, I found it on Pinterest and adjusted it a little bit on Photoshop to suit my needs, but there she is.
That's real cool.
Oh.
That's she's cool.
Yeah.
And then
But-
that's
Glasses.
another like.
and I completely believe that wasn't you.
Yes, you do.
Then-
There she is. She's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, she's
Then
got this
this
like
is-
big red coat. She's great.
This is like the Cruella de Vil, like long cigarette holder kind of feel.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
She's like kind of like Edna Mode mixed with Joanna Lumley and Adfab kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for
Cool,
here. So.
nice.
Edna Mode.
Edna Mode.
Then this is entirely troubling. More than one in 1 week. This is... I leave for a short time and this happens. This is dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Get out! You have not permission to be here. You have not filled out the proper request. You have broken and entered. Absolutely despicable.
Oh, there's no need to be so negative, my dear. Sorry, what's her name?
And she just stares blankly at you.
Have we heard at this
Yeah,
point?
No
by this
comment.
point, yes.
I think at this point we've probably like given it a nod and like we just like appear behind Marionette, these two like tall, imposing vampires who are just like just like light reflecting in their glasses and their eyes.
Are you
Yeah.
like behind?
Yeah, like we're completely blocking the door, like on each shoulder.
Oh, hello, and lovely to meet you two. Are you? What are you all doing here, for one thing?
Do we have a rat in the building?
Yet to be determined.
I think she holds up her ID card again. It's like Kitty Kildane, Kanrath today.
Oh,
Lovely
we
to meet
do have a
you.
rat in the building.
Is Ethan still with us?
I was just rolling for him, actually.
He's still trying to get him through the front door. Just like the Tyrion butler. Just
He was with you.
Cool.
I've decided where he is, but you don't know that right now. But from your immediate vicinity, you can't see him.
What would you see us do, Marionette?
Well, perhaps we should go and... Perhaps I should make everyone a spot of tea. And we can have a chat. Wouldn't that be nice?
Very sophisticated.
It
Do we
would
lock
be.
the door on this one?
No, I want her with us.
Fine. You know what? I just don't want to get killed by you lovely people. I mean, you seem so accommodating. It'd be lovely to get to know you. I mean, I'm here for information, so anything you can give me would be fabulous.
How long have you been here?
Oh, just a night. Actually, was I sleeping here like? Is it evening now?
So, I'd say it's like kind of edging on evening now.
So
But
I was.
you've
I kind
been
of
here
came
for
in
one
in the
night
day.
and
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
one day,
Yeah.
basically.
Does the bed look slept in?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I would have gone to the bed.
Yeah.
Yet you're here legally and with
Illegally.
right course.
No,
but
I
you
mean,
fa-
darling,
you-
I
No.
won't say. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not here legally.
well,
Clearly. But I'm not here with any.
I'm gonna cast charm person.
Hey?
I'm gonna cast charm person.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you make me a save, please? It is a.
Is that charisma? Or wisdom? Can't remember which one it is now.
Ooh,
Exactly what she.
I need to remember.
Yeah, I don't know if I will.
I think it is a wisdom. It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Where's my person? 11?
Fail.
Okay.
You are charmed. As Fear is like, enough!
And like his eyes, like behind the glasses, just like flash. You are essentially befriended to me, and also a willing target for my bite if I so choose.
What are you doing here in the marionette's house?
I resent the use of the before my name.
Or they. In they marionette's house.
Would I just give away, like, literally kind of everything?
If you
Chomp is a bit weird, isn't it?
You consider this person
Yeah.
your friend. Would you tell a friend of yours this kind of information?
Yeah. Well, darling, you see, I was a little bit murdered, you see. And I had a dreadful dream. River of blood, strange figure.
Instantly
God,
looks to you two.
So strange. Next thing I know, I was waking up in a godforsaken alleyway with just detritus all over me. It was
Step inside and close the door,
Awful.
please, Marionette. Let's not let Ethan
Marionette
catch
has
up.
Already just got to. Oh dear, you poor thing.
I know,
Oh, we
it
can
was
quite, you know, sort of sympathise with that experience.
really.
I think if we step inside, Fear will close the door so that Ethan has to make a noise if he comes in. It's like,
Sit. We have much to discuss, you and I.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
This dream of yours, this river of blood, this...
Before we go any further, perhaps for a little extra security, Kitty dear, may I have a vial of your blood?
She can be
I
trusted.
mean, I'm charmed, so yeah.
You
only by
only
me.
consider Fear your friend.
Because I didn't mention this in the character description, but I still have blood, right? Because I'm
You do, yeah.
yeah. I can just say, because I've.
He would ask you, he's like, so are you a vampire?
Oh no, darling, I was born this way.
And what is this way?
I am one of the Crimson. You see. I'm
Damn,
very
Marcus.
special and important. You see.
Aren't we all?
Daddy always said I was going to be the Messiah, but
Just a very naughty boy.
But I was literally just about to say, but I'm not the Messiah, darling. Thank you for giving me that earlier.
Same
but
person,
no,
different form.
yeah. But no, he was a fanatic, really. Like, Messiah, me, no. Where was I?
You were going to tell us exactly what you're doing here. You had this dream.
Yes,
And it
sorry,
led you
yes.
here. Why did a dream lead you here?
Darling girl, if you could just get a little bit of your blood, just would help us
I mean,
with
why?
some security.
Peace of mind. And she has some of mine. She is a friend.
No, just
She
like,
can be
I'll-
trusted.
Put down this kind of like panel, and there are like 6 vials of bloods in there.
Didn't give it that.
Okay, fair enough. Do we have anything to, like, take blood from?
I'd say Marionette would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Just a little bit. Yeah, no.
Simple as that.
I'll pop it in, and I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Bloodlink. Oh, actually, it's only on one creature.
At a time.
But but that might work actually. If I'm gonna cast Bloodlink on you. So establishing a telepathic link with a creature if you have a vial of their blood on your person.
Fun.
Once the link is established, you can talk to the target telepathically, provided you speak a common language. Spell ends if the target is dead, unconscious, or on a different plane of existence.
Oh,
Cool. Yeah.
Cross Plains is pretty sick.
That's why I wanted your blood.
So yeah, as like you're kind of drawing that vial, I'm like, yes, well, I was having this dream, woke up. I don't know who murdered me, but God, they did a shoddy job at hiding my body. Like, I was just in a pile of junk.
Where?
In an alleyway.
It's a very nondescript alleyway.
Yeah.
There's no
Just an
milestone. There's
alleyway.
nothing around you that's like.
But I was
Yeah.
I was on my way here to get the scoop on the Crassius family. I would hope would be my like breakout.
So you just woke up from death and
Yeah.
decided to carry on like every day was normal.
Darling, my career is very important to me, you see.
Oh, clearly.
I mean, I didn't really, I just thought, you know what, let's just crack on, because I feel like whoever murdered me probably had something to do
And who
with,
did?
with this. I couldn't, I literally, it went blank. Went black.
Hold on, sidestep. So, you've come here to
No, it
look for
doesn't.
something, to get some dirt on the
Oh, yes.
Crassius family.
yes.
What is it you're looking for?
Well, that's the question, isn't it, really?
What are you trying to prove?
Just
Yes.
I mean, there's always kind of murmurs about the family. I mean, surely everyone, is there
He looks
always
to
kind of
you.
like a bit of a...
Yeah, I think starting your investigation into all
Yeah.
this, you've heard the slight little murmurings of
Mhm.
other vampires maybe
Yeah.
talking about it,
Yeah.
and you've just kind of been eavesdropping on them. So you've just been hearing
You
about
deserve.
where are the Crassius family? They've just been disappeared for nearly a year.
You hear in your head a very almost like metallic sort of almost melodic with a kind of slight tick behind it. It's slightly different from Marionette's talking voice. It's definitely a little bit more kind of mechanical.
Just like the inner workings.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you hear, I should like to know what your interest and your knowledge of the Crassius family is, if you would like to tell me. I am, of course, one of their household.
I'm kind of like...
And I'm just kind of,
Who's that?
I'm looking at you nodding encouragingly.
Can I like telepathically talk to them?
Mhm.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So basically, what was the question again? I was concentrating on.
What is your knowledge of
Yes.
It's all right, dear. We've had a
All
hard
of it's
day.
overwhelming.
Dying is hard. We were sanguinated. What is your knowledge of the Crassius family that would lead you here?
First of all, is this information that I found in that? Okay, cool.
Yep.
But you're asking me what I kind of knew beforehand. Did I? Sorry, there was a lot of backstory. I mean, all I could hear from the whisperings was that the Crassius family had been missing for a year, was it? And I feel like there was some just whispers and murmurs, but I never heard anything concrete. And that is all I know. However, I may have found some information. I could just tell you if you didn't want other people knowing about
I should like you to tell me this way, please.
Can I just give this to you to instead of reading it out loud, because I feel like you guys aren't taking
Yeah,
it
I mean,
in.
we won't matter it either way.
Yeah, cool. So yeah,
It depends if
that's all
you're-
the information. I kind of recall everything.
If you're
to
saying it
you.
out loud, then obviously these guys would hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is
Something
happening in
Yeah,
head.
that's why I was
It's
like.
stuff in your head?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just relaying all this to you.
Um,
And you're
yeah.
looking at it as like, why is everyone got this?
Interesting. So you have been rummaging through papers that were not meant for your eyes, I see.
I mean, that's my job. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not gonna be very upfront about that. Yeah.
And yet you saw fit to break into a home that was not yours,
Yes.
and into a room that is not yours to break into.
Yes.
How many rooms of this house have you been into?
I mean, you spent a night and a day here. I mean, it's a fair amount of time to be
Yeah.
rummaging. So
All of them. I mean, I did go into the children's bedroom, but I mean, children. I didn't.
Take that back. Take that back now. This instant.
Sorry. I'm sure they're lovely. I'm sure that
They
they're
are the
an
most
exception to the
wonderful
rule.
children.
Quite. I'm sure
And you
when I
have
meet
no-
them, they'll be delightful. I promise.
At that point, Marina is going to kind of
speak normally again to everyone as well. The link is still going. It
Yeah.
goes for 10 minutes, so if there's anything you want to pass on, it's there. Miss Cultain, while I respect a woman forging a career for herself in this world, I do not respect the way in which you have gone about it. I am charge of this house while my master is on holiday, and I would very much appreciate it if you would right the wrongs that you have done here. Any rummaging should be put back to as you found it, please. And I do not enjoy that you have been wearing shoes in this house.
You look at these guys and they're all wearing shoes.
I'm going to give her the warning.
Apart from maybe Marionette. Marionette probably doesn't wear shoes, but these
I mean,
guys
darling,
are.
I didn't do any more rummaging than whoever was in here before. Like, I didn't have to make a mess. The mess was already made. I was kind of just rummaging through mess. Not my bad.
Is it possible you said you were apprehended when we first met from this very premises? Is it possible the enforcement officials possibly turned this place over? Not to say that we trust our new friend here, but
I saw them rummaging a bit, didn't I? Did it look like they were having like a way?
In the very beginning?
Yeah,
Yeah, they were rummaging a little bit.
but not kind of tearing stuff apart.
No,
Rummaging.
not from what you saw.
No.
But it could very well be the same
Could
thing.
have been.
Well, they're clearly amateurs. I mean, if you're gonna tear a place apart, you tear a place apart. Am I
Speaking
right?
from experience.
No.
Insight!
What kind of weapons are about your person? Can I make a perception check?
You
or-
can make a perception. Yeah.
Now one. Nothing but ones, baby.
I think you need to change your dice, mate.
But it's the campaign dice for Starfinder.
Well, that's why it's not working.
Yeah, fair enough. But at the same time, he's just like, and what is it that gets you so freely around the city and keeps you protected from vampire overlords and such?
I mean, I did just get murdered, so I'm not quite fully protected. I mean, I think. Has my hand been behind my back the whole time?
So you've been holding a spell for a while.
Yeah, because it is. Let me just double check, because I think it's. I think I just have it.
It might be like
Up
a
to
minute
3
or something.
rounds
Right.
concentration.
Definitely by now he would have.
Yeah, okay,
Ebbed and
fine.
he's just
My
like-
hand is now.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Well, sorry, what is your name?
I am Fear.
Fear, lovely name.
Is it French?
Le Fear.
Lovely. Yeah.
And you
Marcus Vecchiarch yourselves.
fancy. Well, I mean, not to blow my own trumpet.
Oh,
but,
because you would never do that.
No, I am quite powerful.
Quite the narcissist.
Yes, Fear.
Didn't see me being like that.
It's like recognising like.
I appreciate the game.
Well, Kitty dear,
You're not leaving.
on the level, your murderous experience rather aligns with our own. We were also, well, not murdered, but executed, and awoke again, as you did.
Executed.
Mm.
You strike me as law-abiding citizens.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
So
Oh,
why were
completely.
you
Quite
executed?
unjust.
False imprisonment. At least on, and you hear this in your head. At least on my part. And we were exsanguinated at the time of the blood rain.
And you were all innocent?
Yes.
All of you? Well, I mean, after whatever you're doing now, I'm happy to write an expose on that you're
No.
No.
But
I mean, offers open.
were you awake for the blood rain?
Was I awake?
Roll a history check for me. It's quite a low DC.
That is a dirty 20.
Ooh,
Lovely.
filthy.
At the time that you were executed, murdered, was not long after the blood rain.
Oh, okay.
Not long at all. Close enough to the point where there was still some blood rain. It's more like I shouldn't have said. I was blood spit.
Blood drizzle.
A little bit like that. So, like, you know,
light spotting.
the downpour had finished.
The plots had passed.
And it, it just starts to ebb away, and that is when you were murdered.
Oh,
I
dear.
mean, I did have some light spotting on my coat that I had to clean out, so...
Oh, if you need... we do have a bathroom. You can tidy up if you need.
Oh, I did use it a little bit to get some of it off, so...
Did
What?
you now?
What?
Darling, I mean, what can I was just murdered!
Who
I was
murdered
trying to
you?
find any comfort I could, huh?
Who murdered you? Any
Oh, I
memory?
have no idea. I mean, I'm assuming it could be someone who
The same.
I mean, I don't know, but I think it could have been the same person that ransacked this place. I mean, the way that they hid my body
And were
clearly
you...
shows that they have no finesse.
But did this dream of yours happen while you were murdered or after?
Would have been after, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was after.
So you were alive, you
yeah.
don't remember your murder, you were dead, you came back to life, and then you had this dream just one night here in this household.
Oh no, I had the
Oh,
dream.
specify. So yeah, like you were murdered,
Yeah, dream,
had the dream,
then woke up.
then woke
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Oh no, it was before I woke up in that alleyway.
I'm going to drop the charm,
Yes.
which you would know that you've been charmed, which tells you he's a vampire. And then
I am getting very bored of fate playing part in my hand.
Deep breaths, count to 10.
I can't count.
Oh, we can fix that.
He doesn't say that. He can count. He can count very well. He can do it. He can do at least 21.
I am bored of playing games like this.
And you can see he's like slightly agitated.
It's all right, Fear.
Did you just? Was I just charmed?
Yes.
I mean, darling, there was no need for that. I was quite happy to be an open book, really.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
I was like, oh, why was I doing it?
I mean, it's not great. 13.
13.
No, no. Wrong number. 8.
About that counting.
There's Ian. Ian can't count.
Fear is a fucking genius.
Believable. Sounds like it could be true.
Versatile. Well, where do we go from here?
Well,
Marionette, this is your house.
Well, it is in my keep. Miss Kaldane, I do not enjoy your presence here. I do not enjoy that you have conducted yourself in such a manner in my master's home. I do not like the accusations about him which you throw around. However, we are also looking for some information that pertains to his business. With what you have told me about what you have found, was there anything else in the study that caught your attention?
Did I get into the study?
Well, it was locked when we went to it.
Yeah.
It was locked.
Oh, it was locked.
So I
So
didn't.
you haven't
No.
been able to get in.
I couldn't get into the study.
Good.
It's at this point you start to hear sort of footsteps coming along on the landing,
We have
and
a
it's quite.
detective with us.
It's a very casual kind of walk, like dush, dush, dush.
Can I telepathically? Are we still
Yeah, yeah.
telepathic? I'm just gonna say, well, can we trust this detective?
I don't know.
Don't
He
know.
seems fine.
Fine.
But I don't
Good
quite
quality
understand his motives in this matter. You should know, the gentleman that I'm with, one is in a group that is very,
Warn her about him first. I fucking love it.
very,
I'm the safe one.
intense. But he has a good core to him, I
I'm
think.
used to intense people, don't I?
That's the other one. Fear is a baby.
We must treat him as such. He is impulsive and impetuous, but I believe underneath all of the hat, there is quite the heart.
So we haven't described ourselves actually for
Yeah.
Kitty either.
I mean,
She caught up, she knows.
I did.
Sweet.
She's good.
I did my homework. Thank you.
But Ethan Ward is undecided as of yet, so I would advise some caution. Also, Kitty, I would advise caution. If you fuck me over, I will fuck you over. Wonderful. Glad we have the understanding. All right, shall we meet Ethan?
He just opens the door.
I think as he's just about to knock on the door, just as you open it, and the first thing you see is he's got a cigar just like lit.
Put that out immediately.
What? Don't need me to solve roll there, lady.
Immediately.
Detective, we have done some detectiving. We have found a culprit in the house.
Well, so have I.
Cult?
Apparently, I'm fucking.
Ah, see?
So have I.
That's all those days them, see?
50 barrels of gold, see?
I saw you I saw you trying to get that study open, and I got it open. And he starts to stub it out in his hand, and he just like straight up.
God, man.
And he puts the skull like back in his pocket, like for later. Yeah, I unlocked it. I
Did you rummage?
I had a little brief look around, I must admit, but
And?
I haven't found anything yet. But
You said you found a culprit.
what do you mean, culprit?
Well, I said we've done some
Yeah.
detective and found a culprit, and you said so have I.
22.
I thought you meant like found something.
Ah,
Oh,
just
did he
culprit.
find a cigar? Has he nicked the fucking thing?
No.
Little bitch.
Well,
22.
22. Okay. He's being truthful. Like
Okay.
because he saw that you guys had a little bit of trouble trying to get into the study, and you guys have clearly found something in another room, and he's just gonna. Oh, let's see if I can just help him out.
Well, thank you, Ethan. That was very kind.
But I had a small look around, and there's a lot of like paperwork and stuff here. Quite clearly, probably Wyron's room.
Why are you so apprehensive about the study, Marionette?
I'm not allowed in the study. I've
But
never
wi-
been in the study.
Well, there's always times for firsts.
I'd rather it be with permission, but
I feel loose up, darling.
I'm made of metal. I
Seriously.
literally can't.
Would you like some oil? I don't know if I've got any on.
Rude. Offensive.
Her creator died in an oil accident. That's just bad.
Ethan, this is Miss Kildane.
Nice to meet you. I'm Detective Ethan Ward. Who is Kitty Kildane? I've never.
Check in the card.
Is it still
Yeah. Why not?
Stage whisper!
Sorry. Press.
Oh,
Police. Press. Oh, fuck it.
Actually, no. I think I do recognize you.
You recognise me? Oh.
Are you
You're
like,
the girl I murdered. Hang on a minute.
Hey, see, I mugged you in an alleyway, see?
that new face over at Kanrath today, right?
Yes, Kitty Kildane.
I thought I recognized
Flash
you.
my
I've seen
ID.
you around. Of course, yes, I've seen that. Well,
What's that meant to mean, Mr. Ward?
so people have recognizable faces around here. I mean, there's a lot of people, but some people have recognizable faces, and you have a very particular fashion about you. So,
Thank you.
there's a lot of boring people over at Kanrath today, I'm sure, as you well know.
It's good that my hard work is getting noticed.
Well, you've been making a name for yourself, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
But
Shall we show you the study?
yes.
Come now, Marionette. He links his arm into yours,
I hate that.
and just
We're off to see.
yeah, and it's the chirpiest you've seen him, but you can feel that pull of the arm in yours, where
Yeah.
there's almost not an excitement, but a little. He knows you're uncomfortable with it, and it's
Yeah.
pulling, leading you towards it.
Very wrong with
I
you.
feel like this is a moment for you. I'm really glad I'm witnessing.
Don't take part. Just rude. You don't know us yet.
My God, the words on this one. And you start making your way across
Yeah.
the landing, and you approach the study door, which is now open.
And he just turns you towards the door, and his hands are on your shoulders.
Now. Permission granted. And just like gives you a gentle push towards the door.
You've briefly seen this room
Yeah.
before. Maybe you've knocked on the door to sort of serving drinks or something, and the door is now wide open, with no master there to stop you. It is an empty room. It's quite a small room, but it is full of paperwork and journals, and you can see that some stuff has been taken.
Mm-hmm.
But you would imagine that it's maybe because this door is locked that Wyron took some of that stuff himself.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, you kind of pushed into the room a little bit by fear, and yeah, you are surrounded by Wyron's work. And we will pick up on that after the little break. We're going to have a little break. About halfway through, so we're going to be back in about sort of 10-ish minutes. Please join us again afterwards. We'll see you all in a bit. Yeah.
See you then! Hey guys, it's Ian here. Just jumping in to say a quick thank you to our show supporters, Warrior Prince 3D and Battle Systems. Warrior Prince 3D are your one-stop shop for all your 3D printing needs, and you can use the code TOTHESTARS on their Etsy store to get 10% off your orders. I'd also like to shout out to Battle Systems for sending us out a load of terrain to use with Bloodpunk. We are so grateful for your support, and please guys, go check out the Battle Systems website. You can follow the links in YouTube or in the description to this podcast, and they should take you right there. Thank you to our show supporters. We really appreciate it, and I hope the rest of you are all enjoying this Bloodpunk podcast.
Hello, we're back again. I hope you want a lovely break.
it's the heater.
It's got a halo.
We look
yeah.
so glowing over here.
If you put it further behind, it might be alright. Yeah.
Was it
Have you
a
ju-
cold sun ray
How
coming
You
down?
turned it off,
on
have you?
the screen, and then it's
It's
like,
so
No, we're good. Hope you all got a lovely cup of tea.
I got
know.
a
Fuck off, Jack.
Rude.
Steam.
I don't know why I have.
Ruin my chair.
girlfriend.
I love Jack, I really do.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's a good
Doesn't eat his veg, but...
Thank you. I'm having a muffin.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man! This one's really lame. Wasn't fair. The Muffin Man.
They're basically
Muffin
Lord Farquaad.
Yeah. That's fair from now on, he's just 3 foot high, he's a gnome. Not a nearly 7 foot vampire.
So, yeah, what do we all think about what's going on? Like, the house has sort of been turned over.
She's got to go.
But
I'm having a great time. I'm having so much fun. I feel so welcome.
This is the most
to the party.
feelings, the most feelings this Lady of Meta's ever had. Not a fan of it.
so, not only has obviously Kitty been in this manor home to turn over for it some information, but clearly someone else has as well. Maybe multiple people. We have no idea. Ian wants to open some mini eggs. Shall we let him? Yeah, go on then. Go
Do
on.
you all want a piece of this?
Oh, hell.
Piece of this, AS.
No. Look at the confusion on his own face. He said that, I went... It's not for you, Jack.
It's not for me.
Excuse the noise.
That makes it worse.
When those comments arise, Jack, you just got to roll with it and just accept it.
And yet I got told off for playing a character that did that.
Well, we know why.
Yeah.
Help yourselves to my chocolate.
Thank you, friend. Yeah,
Good,
Yeah.
good
so,
heavens.
Cool.
household.
Household. You have met obviously Kitty, who's working with Kanrath today, doing her own little scoop, and now you're approaching the study of this manor home, which Marionette has never stepped foot in before until now, pushed by fear into the room.
Don't let fear control you, is what he would say as he pushes you in.
If Marinette could roll her eyes, she would.
So, yes, this room is it's probably the smallest room in the manor. It's quite tight
Prove
and
it.
compact, but shut up.
Shut up.
Immediately as you enter the room, like in front of you is this really nice, like dark wooden desk. It's like polished, and yeah, as I said previously, there's some paperwork strewn about. There's maybe like an old sort of book that's kind of open on the side. Yeah, and the behind this desk is a nice, lovely window that looks over the garden patio, and just kind of across the city almost, because it's slightly above ground. It's got kind of just this little view where it goes right up to the rooftops over the city. So it's got a really nice view from this place. Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a look around, I'd say that would be an investigation check.
Is it just you in there for now? Are you?
I think it's a
I
small
would-
room, isn't it?
I would follow you in behind you just. And
It's quite a tight room. Yeah.
Shit.
I will just
Um,
perceive from like the door, so I don't know if like.
I'm keeping a respectful distance.
11.
Respectful
Everyone,
distance.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
11 investigation.
Okay.
Can I do like it's I guess sort of like a passive No, it's not. I am looking around, but I'm not like really diving into it.
Okay. I'd say disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I dive?
Dive.
Like, as in, like, I want
Is
to.
it, can I
Yeah, oh,
die?
what
Can I dive?
You just want to
Yeah.
get in there and start rummaging.
Like, kind of respectfully, but I'm
Right,
like,
okay.
we're here to look for something.
Sure.
We want to
Yeah.
figure out. So I'm gonna.
Absolutely. You want to do that? You do that.
9.
9.
Oh, I missed it.
Ooh. Oh,
Oh.
Is that?
that's cold. That's very cold.
Thank you. Oh.
No ting.
Ah.
No
Oh.
ting.
I love the noise Alex's makes.
Shut the fuck up, man.
It's like player DM tennis.
9.
And
Also
that's
9
gay.
for you as well. Shit. 11, 9, 9. Great. Do you enter the rooms? The study, Kitty. Fucking words.
Kitty Kildane.
Or are you just kind of like in the doorway, just kind of letting these guys do what
I
they do?
feel like I'm getting the vibe that
You're not
I'm
wanted here.
quite
They don't like you.
welcome.
Okay.
And she's not quite used to feeling that people don't like her, you know. Usually people are more subtle about it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I think she's kind of keeping a respectful distance, but almost, because she's a halfling,
Sure.
but kind of, almost like kind of edging slightly closer. Just like,
If you want to have a little...
here's two legs, I don't know.
Yeah. Make a perception check for me anyway.
Was it the edging?
Yeah.
Yeah. All I saw was like Steph going like this.
I
Just
could
like
just sense like
Yeah.
something bubbling
Yeah,
over
for like
here.
a second, and he just went.
Edge. I'm edging you all.
Oh, Siobhan.
What do you say about this campaign?
Right. It's not.
It's fucking chaos.
if you're going to be psychos, be sexy psychos. That's all there is to
I
it.
thought that Siobhan was going to be a Grandy presence for me. I was very wrong.
It was that last Gals and Pals that really just
Yeah,
I think
sent
it
over
broke
the
me a
edge.
little bit.
What happens in Gals and Pals stays in Gals and Pals.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, I mean,
doing
roll a
that.
perception check anyway if you want to kind of like
Yes.
peeking through, like, just around people, see what's there.
Perception. That is a 17.
17, okay. Marcus and Fear. You don't find a lot. Like, there's stuff here to look at, and you pick up these papers, but you're reading it, and it doesn't really mean anything to you. It's all like kind of business talk and very... Yeah.
It's that thing where he like picks it up and just like looks at the header. Is like, and just like
Yeah.
throws it back on the thing. Doesn't instantly give him like the
They were gonna
dopamine
fuck
hit.
it,
That's a lot of words.
Yeah.
I was elected to lead, not to read.
I think, yeah, Marionette, you probably, you look at the old book that's sort of laid across the table. It's just kind of open at a page. And you start sort of like flicking through some of these pages. And you find that there's like a journal entry. This whole book isn't a journal in itself, but there's clearly been sort of a small journal being slowly written within this book. And you read the following. The new warehouse is working well. The space is proving to be useful and is allowing us to expand our operation. More bags, more product. And that's all there is in kind of the entry. There's no date as such, it's just kind of been like hyphenated and just written there. Kitty, with 17. Obviously not being able to be too close with the physical things in the room.
Yes.
You kind of scope the room out a bit and just try and see if there's anything else for them to look at. You look up in the ceiling, and there seems to be like a small 5-foot square hatch. It's very well hidden. it's not like your normal modern day hatch that you can just see goes to the attic. It's very just kind of set in, and it blends in with the rest of these sort of.
And no one else is.
No, everyone's just kind of focusing on desk things around ground floor, and you just happen to sort of look up, and it's just there.
I don't suppose you all have noticed that very obvious hatch, just on the ceiling there.
What, that one right there? Yes. And he just
Insight check.
He will spider climb up
I'm
to
doing it. I'm
roughly
doing
where
it.
he thinks you pointed.
I love this
18.
dynamic.
Oh no, sorry. 90.
Yeah, you know he's bullshitting. He didn't spot
I'm gonna
that
get a deception
whatsoever.
check.
Oh yeah, oh go on.
Could be it.
50. No. 9. He is like,
Yeah.
yes.
He even goes to the wrong spot in the ceiling.
Oh no, darling, no, it's there.
I was just wiping my feet before I go in.
Okay.
Not on the ceiling.
Well, I can't wear them on the floor, but I get it.
Christ, and just drops a handful of papers.
Marionette's like trying
Crystal maze them.
Yeah.
He will let you lead him towards the hatch.
Okay. all
So
right.
yeah, right there. I mean, I cannot believe you can't see it. It's so obvious.
Hup.
Kitty, play nice.
Yep. Here. Ceiling. So
Yeah.
he'll be down there.
Yeah.
There, got it finally.
Yeah. So you kind of like happen to just like apply a bit of pressure, and it kind of clicks in, and you feel like a mechanism has activated,
Open sesame.
and then you for that split moment you're like, oh fuck, have I just activated a trap? But you kind of like slowly let go of your hand as nothing happens, and the hatch just swings open,
See, nothing to worry about.
and you can see there's a small ladder that you can kind of pull down.
Because he's upside down on the ceiling.
Would you like us to investigate first, Marionette, or would you like to enter before us?
I think I shall go first, please. This is my master's house. And I'll clunkily climb the ladder.
Clunkily.
It is awkward.
So graceful.
It's so awkward.
She's like a 70s Star Wars figure. She's got no elbows or knees. It's just.
It is like watching C-3PO, kind of.
I literally thought earlier today about you getting like an oil bath and like, oh, my circuits and wires are going to feel so good after this.
Oh, R2.
You and your crazy stories, Artie.
So yeah, you make your way up this ladder, and you just about fit through the hatch with your metallic sort of body that's not pliable in any way. And,
Breathe thin, think thin.
Oh God.
you make your way up into this quite small, cramped space. It's about similar sort of size to the study, maybe a little larger. And you enter this space, and there's no windows in here whatsoever, and it's pitch black. Do you have dark vision, Marionette? I think you do.
Dark
don't you?
vision! Dark vision!
You do, cool. So obviously
I have
everything's
dark
in
vision.
greys,
Yeah.
but you do quite clearly see there is lab equipment
Ooh.
and alchemy equipment as such. And you think for a little moment, and you've been in the attic before, this is not part of that attic. This is a completely separate sort of part to the manor that you have never seen before, or even thought about being there, purely because there's no windows there. There's just not something you really thought about, and it being quite convenient to be in the study where you're never allowed.
Yeah.
It's quite clearly meant to be hidden away. So yeah, you can quite clearly see alchemy and lab stuff here.
Before anyone else comes up, I want to do a sweep to find, see if there's any paperwork or anything that I want to vet what my friends are going to find to see if I
Sure.
want them to see it.
Okay, all right.
Rushing around your bedroom, hiding things.
Bloodpunk, is that something that you control?
As you
It's gone by now.
Oh, it's gone by
probably,
now,
yeah.
that's fine.
rush off, and this is just for flavour, like how Fear would step from one side to the other. It's like the camera shifts again, but it's
yeah.
like he just takes a step and his centre of gravity changes to the other side
Is
of
it like David Bowie in Labyrinth?
Yep, exactly like that. Where he's just like,
That's what I was
whoop,
thinking, yeah, that's
and he's just there, and it's like the camera like flips back around, but for a moment he's upside down the right way up.
Turn back, Marionette, before it's too late.
Turn back, Marionette. Before it's... What have you got there? There's somebody behind you.
What was your investigation?
It's not very good. It's going to be an 8. I think
8.
it's a bit
Oh my
panicked.
god. The rolls have not been good today.
No.
So I'll roll a 1 in a minute and not see what you're doing.
There's clearly a lot of work has been done here. There are certainly written stuff that's like just on the sides. And there's some on the walls that have been pinned up. A lot of it you really just don't understand.
Yeah.
It looks scientific, like chemical equations, that kind of thing, but you have no idea what they mean. With a name, I mean, some that you can see, like you pick up a piece of like lab equipment, and it's got like droid blood on it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with that sort of lower roll,
Yeah.
there's not much you can see.
I think she's. This is a lot of like quick processing, and also I think she's still really fighting the kind of instruction of you don't go in here. This isn't where you're meant to be. You're not allowed in here. And so I think she's a little bit preoccupied with that. And okay. Might need some more eyes up here.
And he's just behind you. He's like, and what is it that I can help you with? And can I assess the situation as
You
well,
can,
please?
yeah.
What do I need to roll?
Yes, please, investigation. What will you do, Marcus?
I would do the same as Fear.
You go back up there as well?
Well,
Back up there, go up
actually,
there.
maybe I'll
16.
16.
I'll leave them 2 upstairs.
Yep.
Is there any way I can sort of like? I want to ask Ethan, like, what did you find? What was?
What are you referring to when?
When he came into the bedroom, he said, "I think I found." He said like a culprit, but you found something.
Oh, right. I think we got a bit of miscommunication.
Right.
But what he was saying is because you guys had found something.
Yeah.
He said that he found something too,
Oh,
which is
okay.
the fact that he managed to open the study.
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm
It's just
basically
kind of
ushering you guys like,
over-exaggerating
hey guys.
visibility.
I would just go
yeah.
up then. I would follow Fear.
Okay. Yeah.
Bit cramped up here, Ethan. You may have to stay downstairs with our new friend.
I'm just gonna. I can't even smoke this goddamn cigar. I'm gonna go out back to the patio. Is that all right? Can I smoke there?
Don't leave the
I'm
stuff in
smoking
the
out there.
back.
I'm going downstairs.
Does he take Kitty with him?
I think, Kitty, Miss Kaldane, you may want to come up here and have a little look.
Oh.
Oh, now you want my help.
I just
Okay.
think you'll find it informative.
Well,
Okay. Marcus, if you're going up there, make an investigation check yourself.
Before she gets up
I
as
know
well,
yours-
I'll kind of go to Fear.
Keep the enemies close.
Oh. Always.
Stand
Always.
next to him really close.
Kitty, you going up there?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like fucking running up
Just
there.
anything I can get. kind of
Oh,
thing.
yeah, like she's kind of not even, she's like, you know what?
Good place for a murder up here.
Despite the kind of offhand comment, she's like, yeah, whatever. She's had worse. Yeah, she's going up there.
Okay. Yeah, make an investigation check yourself as well. So you got 16, didn't you?
16.
I got 9. Another
9.
I got a nat 1, but I do have.
Fucking hell. It's not working out, is it?
I have lucky,
Yes, you do.
so which I forgot to do earlier, but that's fine.
That's fine,
on
yeah.
me.
Do one
so
now
I
if
did
you
Do
want.
you play with luck now?
It's a 0. What the fuck?
That's still an 8. Oh no, it was cocked, but went to a nat 20, so I'm going to roll it again because that was not fair. I'm an honest person.
Why?
15.
Lie.
15.
After all that.
Yeah, that's fine. Better than that one, to be fair. So, 16, 15, 9. Okay. Marcus, you kind of look at this stuff. It doesn't really mean a lot to you. A bit like Marionette, you kind of look at it and go, I have no idea what this means. It's just out of your depth. It's not really your field of expertise. But
Good insulation on this room.
I will say you also find like dried blood on other bits of equipment. I think perhaps you look in like a quite large flask where kind of the dried blood is like on the very inside of it. Enough to the point that you know it's kind of been boiled, heated from below.
Can I ask Marionette? Were the Crassius family of the vampiric persuasion? I don't know if I would know that, but
Yes, they were.
they were. Okay.
Yeah, so you two, Fear and Kitty, what do you find? That is the question.
Everything. We can see through walls
Can you?
and time.
and understand everything.
We can see a double level up.
Definitely not.
Come on, be game.
I knew you would say that. I knew it.
Game.
Yeah, so you also look at some of these like chemical equations and scientific stuff, and some of it just sort of kind of clicks with you a little bit. Clearly, it's been experimenting on blood, which is not unusual in Kanrath. It's, you know, leech therapy and all that is a thing, but he's quite clearly searching for something, and vampires have always thought of blood as being the very life force that gives vampires their abilities and is the essence of what they are. Clearly, whoever was doing this work in here wanted to find out more. You know, they want to know exactly what it is that makes up the blood, and if there are perhaps magical properties.
All right,
Bless thee.
Save some for the rest of us.
And you can see notes where whoever has been up here has sort of described they found magical properties. It's like they can't put a name to it, but an arcane thing happened when they did an experiment. We'll look into it further, that kind of thing.
Does it relate to angst and it being like the catalyst for? Because that's come up a few times.
Well, yeah, I'd say, I mean, for both of you, Kitty and Fear, that you find there are remnants of angst crystal that's been like crushed in like a mortar and pestle, and you would imagine this has been some sort of, it has been combined with blood, maybe in different ways than it would usually. You definitely find the remnants of angst crystals here.
But not inside, like, all of the blood, or is it in?
Yeah, like you find it sort of like separately.
Okay.
There's no experiment going on at the minute, so you can't see whether it's been mixed in or whether it's, you know, what kind of process they're doing here.
Yeah.
But they're clearly trying to find something.
And he sort of will say, he's like, well, it appears that your Master Wyron was attempting to find the magical properties within our blood, and seems he found something. Is the text dated at all to like any time, or is it just literally like scrawlings?
Scrawlings. Clearly, this person wasn't really bothered about dates.
No.
You know, this is very personal sort of space.
Can I take a look at the writings, and would I recognise the handwriting as Wyron's?
Yeah, I would definitively say that is Wyron's.
It appears that this little laboratory of his, very well hidden, isn't it?
It is.
Why would you need it to be secret when this is your job?
I need a moment, and I'm going to go down the ladder, and I am going to go through that study while they're up there.
Okay.
And I want to go through drawers. I'm rinsing it.
Sure. Okay.
My dear Kitty, what do you make? And like he's just openly gesturing to the table, and like this lab equipment. He's like, what do you make of this pondry?
Just above table quickly, is, I can't remember in this world, like kind of meddling with like the vampire blood, is that seen as like a normal thing to do, or is it like frowned upon? Would this be kind of?
It's not like frowned upon.
No.
But it certainly has been done, and people know about it.
Okay, right. Okay, that's fine.
But not to any proper extent. You know, little things have been done here and there.
Yeah.
Purely just to try and keep the sanctity of blood itself, you know.
Yeah, I was trying to kind of figure out why it was kind of kept so secret, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, clearly some experimentation is going on. I mean, look at me, I'm not a woman of science, so...
But you're a woman of knowledge, clearly. That's what you were digging around for.
Yes.
Is this the kind of thing that you would be looking for?
I mean, any new piece of evidence is information that I can use, so, I mean, this could be twisted in all manner of ways. Noble family, experimentation with blood, Who knows?
And that's the end goal. Is it just a story, a name, a fabrication to the cattle?
Oh, fabrication. Fabrication. Pff. All of my stories are completely based in fact. I'll have you know.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
She says as she like. No.
Marcus, your master Locum, he plays with the blood of vampires. Is this something he would be
No,
interested
he doesn't. What are you talking about?
I just thought maybe they might have been working together at some point.
And what was the name of this organisation you were part of, right?
The Crypt Crypt of the House of the Risen Sun.
Rising Sun. The Hotel California.
Give you the correct. The Creed of the Dead Soul.
Their address.
Oh, do tell.
Oh shit, I'm not supposed to. Never you mind.
Never you mind. Yeah, I mean, you see all this lab equipment, and it's like sort of tubes and leading from flask to flask. Things have clearly been boiled from underneath to create gases somewhere else.
Is there any can we investigate to see if there's any useful equipment here to us?
Yes. What were you going to say, Marcus?
Alex has just got up. So,
Sure.
looking at all this array of laboratory, do I see any similarities in what Loken may have been trying to achieve? Draw power out of blood and.
This is no. I'd say this is very much more a scientific point of view.
Okay.
What Loken was, what you guys clearly saw not long ago, was very much a magical ritual, and the blood that you saw him sort of consume literally came from the very air itself. So, yeah, very different sort of perspectives. Yeah, if you want to look for useful equipment in here, by all means, make an investigation check.
That was a 17 on the dice, +3 for a dirty 20.
Okay.
For a filthy little 20.
I think, yeah, anything that's on the top of this workstation, it kind of spans these sort of two walls. It's quite a large station. It's all it's a couple of Bunsen burners, kind of to boil some flasks. You can see there are some bloody rags that are just kind of tossed away in a corner. And you open one of the under cupboards, and you can see there is torture tools in here.
Oh shit.
They're pristine, clean at the minute. From what you can, they're kind of wrapped in this sort of leather-bound satchel. Yeah, you
I
can
will
see
take them.
It's more like pin hammer and sort of just things that you might have experienced yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, in that case, he would open them, and there's a definitive stop to his movements. As obviously memories come in, and then he rolls them up, and then we'll pocket them.
I would also say that you kind of, as you're sort of reaching for these tools and you kind of put them away somewhere, as you close the cupboard door, it wafts a bit of air towards your face, and you get a hint, smell of blood, fresher than the stuff that's here around you. And you look to your left, and in the very seam of the bottom of the wall where the wall meets the floor, there is a tiny puddle of blood that's coming from underneath the wall.
Marcus, my friend, it seems we have a fresh source.
Can we try and follow, using Marcus's help with our
Yeah, I mean it's not a trail, but there's this small semicircular bit of blood. That's when you look at it, it's this is coming from underneath the wall, it's sort of seeped down.
How fresh is it?
It's not like it's just come out of the body kind of thing, but it's certainly
I just have a quick question about with my template I need blood, but it's I think it says fresh, literally.
Right.
Was it 1 minute out of the body?
Okay.
Yeah. So I just, that's basically what I kind of.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is not the case, but it's not to the point where it's dried up. it's kind of like
So it's like a sort of moist corner
Yeah.
of like.
it's like
But it's definitely come from
it's a little
somewhere.
bit like gloopy almost, but it's not got to the
It's
point
like it's almost like it's seeping.
yes.
I'm gonna turn to Baroness.
I'm
So
downstairs,
You
oh,
just poke your head down.
I'm here.
Hello.
maintenance. And then I'm gonna
Can I help you anyway?
quite literally like. Do I have a dagger? If I've got like a dagger, maybe a sword.
I'm pretty sure you got
I've got a
something.
sword.
Yeah,
but
but yeah,
it's
that's
some
fine.
finesse.
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
yeah,
like
yeah.
cut the wall.
Okay, yeah,
Like
yeah.
if it's like plasterboard or something.
It's
like
like
a
it's like
thatched-
a wooden paneling.
Yeah,
So it's
maybe
not like
just
soft or anything.
so I
but-
just pry it off.
Yeah, I mean, make a perception check as you do that.
Ting.
Oh,
Ting,
that was a
ting
good
tong.
No, Jack!
18.
18. Yeah, I say like you're trying to find like a bit of the paneling where you kind of you can wedge the sword in. You
Yeah.
try and like do something, and you see there's like a small seam that runs all the way down, and it's almost like humanoid height. It's like 6 foot high, and it goes up the seam, and then you realise it's another movable bit of like building.
Okay.
Well, much like the hatch is kind of set in, this is the same,
I'm gonna
but more like a door.
take a look at this fear.
Well, what have we here?
A door.
And that's all it
And then
is.
Marcus like whispers sorry after it.
Yes. A lack of theatrics sometimes, I suppose.
And he will just press on it.
Yeah, you press on it, and it revolves like a revolving door. It like sort of spins around like a secret bookcase kind of thing would. And as you do, there is like a wooden beamed X on the other side with a corpse on it.
Like a flaying.
Not to the point of flaying, but clearly here, maybe
Not
with the
having
torture tools that you've just found, they are clearly dead. But they've been there for
About a year.
some
A
time.
year? Yeah. 12 months?
Do we recognise this cadaver? Cadaver, is that the
Yeah, that's the
Um,
word.
word? Yeah, nice.
Good word.
I'm not even going to get you to make a roll. I don't think you can.
Would I?
No.
Just some poor.
Marionette pops her head. Would I? No.
Master.
You can make a check.
Oh, new player again.
What check?
For
Just
reasons.
For
reasons.
A history check, please.
History. That is a nat 20, making it a 22.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. And Marionette, you're downstairs, yeah?
I'm downstairs, yeah.
Alrighty.
And before we go into like the description, what is like the state of this body? Like, as in, like, if we were to
Okay,
walk in, there's
yeah.
like a nice thing out that we can just be like, oh dear.
So,
Hand just goes through it.
they are like practically naked. They're kind of just held up on like, almost like crucified, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just held up with this rope, just on the X, and you can see there's been a very precise wound right down the torso, and the rib cage has kind of been opened up, and you can see blood is probably just gushed on the floor, and it's been cleaned somewhat, but you would imagine that little puddle you saw was just stuff that happened after it got cleaned. So, and yeah, you can see there are multiple sort of just wounds upon their thighs, on the wrists, any place that you can get the freshest blood from a cadaver.
Wow.
Was that a 25? Was it?
It was a 22.
22.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so you would know. You do recognise them. They are humanoid male. I think you can probably even see from what remains of their corpse. There are no fangs. It's just a normal set of teeth. So you imagine probably just a human. Someone missing from Kanrath today. Before you joined up. This is just a sort of story that you'd heard about, and their disappearance was never really concluded. There was investigations made, but nothing ever came of it. It always led to a dead end. Eh? You probably recognise like the face from like a newspaper article.
Like a missing person
Yeah, yeah.
situation, yeah.
You know their name to be Damien. Damien.
It's just asking to get killed, isn't he?
Didn't realise we had hinges on rib cages.
Oh, you don't know them personally, but you absolutely have seen their face in an article somewhere, and yeah.
I'm going to relay this to everyone because I'm trying to be
Oh, what a story for you after all.
Oh Lord, what is he kind of like in a state of like how long like is he kind of starting to like rot away, or is it kind of like
Looks as if he's still decomposing.
Yes, he's starting to decompose. But
Yeah,
you would
but not,
imagine
like-
he has been in here for a while.
yeah? So do I get the impression that he was kind of in here for ages alive, and then has like kind of like been kept there, like because I can't remember how long I've been paid for, but like quite some time, and then died very recently.
Yes.
Kind of thing. I do think this fellow. There was an unfortunate incident before I was at the newspaper where someone went missing. A fellow called Damien. I do believe this is the man. Would I know when he went missing?
Probably a good a year and a half ago.
So this is before the Crassius has disappeared.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, he's been missing for a year and a half, but I mean, look at him. He's
right there.
He is right there. There he is.
In all his glory.
Yeah. I mean, he must have been kept here for some time.
Wow.
Quite the scandal, actually.
The scandal.
Got that.
Well,
Thank you.
hasn't Master Crassius just joined us in our... Well, the three of us... And he just turns to you and is like, have all had masters with power. And all marionettes so trusting of hers. Yet look at poor Damien here. Rest his soul. Can always get you off the hook, Marcus.
I mean, you've been alerted, I presume, of what you found.
I think we've held off for a little bit. But then...
Didn't you say
You're rummaging downstairs, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of know the place you're in, even though you've not been in the study. I'll let you do it with advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I think my background lets me know how.
You kind of know
Yeah.
what Wyron likes to do with things.
I know his
you know.
system.
Exactly.
Is this investigation with advantage?
Investigation with advantage, yes.
Taking the first one. 22 as opposed to a natural 1.
22.
You can re-roll that with luck.
Give me a luck.
Give me. Okay. You don't find much more than what you found so far.
Okay.
You'd imagine that Wyron has taken a lot of the most important stuff with him. Obviously, you've been told some stuff from Kitty. You found a little small thing that was put in the journal.
Mm-hmm.
You find a few more journal entries that sort of lead to him talking about the progress of the warehouse. You see things being mentioned about the bags and the product again. And you know that his business is to do with blood and the quality of it. A lot of it is kind of just like boring sort of fluff about the quality of things, administrative stuff. You see almost like a ledger where you can see that things have been bought. You can see that he's bought plastics from Cyherested. You can see that he's bought plenty of tools from Cyherested. And he's outsourced things from the Garrote Mountains as well. They don't have a lot of specifics to them. You can see sort of like the amounts of money that he's spent, and it's quite a lot of money. And given the information that you've been given by Kitty, you'd imagine that it's not in short supply for him. Yeah. That's kind of all you get. That's kind of everything you can find in here.
I'm going to tidy up a bit and start, like, kind of... I don't think she can help, but sort of, as she's going through things, sort of amending his filing system just a little bit, just to make it a little bit more streamlined.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think she'll start to make her way back up the ladder.
And I think as you come back up is when, like, go on then, Marcus, give her the good news.
We seem to have found. Did you announce that this was the missing persons?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We seem-
Damien. Darling Damien.
We seem to have found a missing persons of the name Damien, hidden away in your master's attic.
Do I recognise the body?
So the name doesn't ring a bell to
Mm-hmm.
you. I won't even let you make a check. It is fine. I think you would know that you've definitely seen this person before. You've seen Wyron be very buddy with this guy. I think this person came to the manor home once before. Not inside, but certainly knocked on the front door. And you cast your mind back to Wyron insisting on answering the door instead of having you sort of answer the door for him. And he met him with very pally, sort of like, "Oh, Damien," and like, that kind of thing. And he like puts his arm around him, and he's like, he just kind of gives him like a tight, proper squeeze. One of those ones where you're like, "Oh, that's not right." That's and he walks out with this person just outside. He just leaves the manor home with him. I think if you might have seen another sort of situation where it was seen in a bit more of a public setting, but the same kind of thing happens where he's just incredibly friendly with this guy. But you've certainly seen his face before, and now finding him here as a corpse above Wyron's study is
Oh, it's him.
Oh, you know this individual.
Oh, only by
Face by name.
face. Before.
Yes.
More flesh.
Moves a flap.
He was, I assume, friends with Master Crassius.
Clearly.
Well, sweetie, I don't think so. I mean, look at the state of him.
I know, not even dressed for the ball.
No. Can we do like I don't know if we've searched this place enough, but like, are there? I know that he's fully naked, but is there anything like to indicate his possessions or anywhere?
I'd say no, only because Fear, I think, has already done quite an
Yeah.
investigation in sort of the workstations
Yeah.
around, and he hasn't found anything else. You
Yeah, that makes sense.
couldn't really tell where those might have been put.
Found the artistry pens that did the work. And like pulls out the things and like unrolls it. Doesn't look at them though, it just looks at you.
Interesting. Is this something that Marinette's seen before? Is this completely... Yeah, I hate this.
Have you ever seen your master use these on people before?
No.
And do you think your master is somebody that would use this
No.
on people? But he clearly is.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it to be so. Yes, he's a kind master and a good person. I cannot believe that he would do something like this.
Kitty's furiously writing notes.
And he just like he folds them back up. He only keeps eye contact with you, and then once they're closed, that's when he will then look at them to put them down.
My master's business is none of my concern.
It's me.
This is not in my remit. This is not in my job parameters.
And he like he's just getting close. He's like, it's not in any of their remits, is it? No, Locrum is just a great buddy to the Crimson King, yet is bending the rules of the city. My master, a savage who has apparently told everybody he is the sixth child, but yet isn't, and is friends to the Crimson King, and your master who hides as a good person, yet is clearly not.
As the finger gets closer, I think Marinette snaps and she's just going to bat it away and kind of get all up in your grill again. You will stop your projecting on me this instant, you weak little child of a man.
He just like smiles and
And
brings it
then
back.
you kind of hear this like these cogs turn as she kind of shrinks back again.
Interesting, though, is it not? That our masters are not what we thought they were.
Would you like to make a comment on that?
Get the fuck out!
I love it.
We should probably let
Are there no
Ethan
comments then, I guess?
and the Crown know of this disposition that we are in. And he will just descend.
I'm gonna look to you. Like, after I'm just stood there, just like.
I think like you can see the blood in her tubes is boiling. It is just bubbling furiously, and there's like this click of this ticking, that tock of clockwork is like louder and louder, and I think she's just this copper hand just kind of clenches and she just smashes a vial on the counter in frustration, kind of sweeps it off. Well then, if we've all had a good poke around up here, shall we descend? Shall we go and air my master's business to the world? If that's what we clearly want to do, make your little notes. Publish it, if you will.
Alright.
Right.
That's fine. Apparently, my life and existence and the existence of those I love is just to be toyed with. So fine, let's play that game, shall we?
I mean, if toying means the truth, I don't know.
I think you know very little of the truth.
Clearly more than you did.
Would you like some burn ointment for that?
God damn.
Marionette is going to kind of just take a second and like the bubbles calm and still, and she is just going to quietly step down that ladder, and I think she's going to start doing a sweep of the house, just room to room, kind of trying to put things back to where they were, but also now looking with a kind of what else have I missed sort of view, like just putting it to rights, but also kind of just going, is there something here? Is there something else?
Okay. I mean, are you sort of just trying to like literally tidy up the whole house, just kind of, because it like part of your normal routine to try and process things?
Yeah,
that
no,
kind
this
of
is
thing.
this is anger cleaning at this point.
Yeah, anger cleaning.
Flavor does an investigation check.
Yeah, no, it can be both.
I think, yeah, I mean, this process, if you want to go sort of around the whole house, going between rooms and whatever, will probably take you at least maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just to go from room to room, put things back to where they were. So you can make, I'll let you do 2 investigation checks
Okay.
in that time.
Okay.
The rest of you, what are you doing?
So are you going back downstairs?
Yeah, he heads back downstairs and he sort of will wait. I'm just going to look at the map because I want to find like the most dickish room to wait in. Even I hate him at this point. He will go to like the lounge area and he's taken his shoes off.
Okay.
So he's like
that's good.
sat in a chair, but he's got his feet up on a coffee table or whatever's in there, and he's just waiting for Ethan. And then, should Ethan arrive at that point, he's like, "Well, it appears that we have found a few things, dear Detective Ward."
Yeah, sorry, Marcus, yeah, go ahead.
No,
You sound like you're going to say something.
I can let you finish this.
No, yeah, no, it's fine.
I'm just setting up for
Just so I know what's happening at the same time.
I guess I'll turn to Kitty and be like, well, if you would like to complete your notes, I believe we are done here for now. Go downstairs and collect ourselves.
Right, yes. I think I've got enough to go on here.
And I'm going to do lay on
that
hands on David.
smile.
Just an innocent journalist.
Nobody's just an innocent journalist. There's 2 words that don't belong together.
So, yeah, the detective sort of has come in after his cigar that he was having outside, and finds you sort of sitting in the lounge, just kind of casually. I heard there was a big ruckus in there. Oh,
yes.
Did you find something of use?
Oh, quite. Another master joins the fray of evil.
I take it wasn't good then?
Oh, well, why don't you go up to the laboratory in the attic and see for yourself? You may find that a missing person investigation may be closed.
Oh.
Mr. Crassius
I'll take a look.
is not quite as innocent as Marionette thinks.
Yeah, he'll head upstairs and sort of go into the study and make his own sort of investigation. While you're doing everything, sort of like going around cleaning the place. What were your rolls?
I rolled a 16 and a 19.
Okay.
Lovely.
Pretty good.
So many bodies. They're just
I've never
hanging.
seen it before. It's like an Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
It's just a heart beating.
I think you don't find anything else that lends itself to what you've just found.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably the most eerie thing about it.
Yeah.
Is that
So
clearly
contained.
he's managed to keep his home life with his family so separate from his business that everything on the outside that you've seen seems so happy and things are going well, you know. And Ada was a happy wife and loved him to bits, and the kids were all happy playing with their toys. It was a very innocent, even if they were vampires, very innocent family from the outside perspective. And like I said, I think that makes it more eerie to you, is that nothing is out of place. You don't find any sort of secret, like, other hidden ledger somewhere else that's put somewhere. It's just normal. And, you know, you go to the hobby room where some of the children's toys are just kind of out and about as they would be usually. And you kind of stop putting them away, and it reminds you of having to sort of clean after them a little bit and look after them. Yeah, and the house is now in a much better position than it was after your vigorous tidying and cleaning. But yeah, you don't find anything else, even in the master bedroom where he slept. Yeah.
And I think Marinette, because she has never, ever been that angry before. This is a very alien and uncomfortable emotion. I think she just sits at the little piano in the hobby room and just plays a little tune just to sort of ground herself. I think she opens up the voice box and just like lets like a hum go alongside it, and I think it almost the mechanical element to it like is eerie as it echoes through the house, but she's just going to take a few minutes to ground herself and reset.
Okay. I think the detective will come back down after doing his own investigation, and he kind of writes one last piece in his notepad and tucks it in his like trench coat. Well, I've certainly done my piece up there. You weren't kidding. There was a lot out there.
Oh, isn't that just?
Certainly a lot of stuff going on with his business, that's for sure.
Tell me...
Not sure what it relates to the whole cult thing, but...
But, Detective Ward, you're a smart man. You are somebody who finds patterns in things, surely, as a detective. Things aren't adding up, yet they are. It baffles me that people like Marionette, Marcus, myself, all follow a creed of vampires that all seem to want their own gain. And yet here we stand, now working with the crown and yourselves. This kitty has joined the fold with the same dreams of blood and mountains that we also saw. I wonder how many others saw those. How many more children of masters, apprentices, when the blood rain came, were.
Well, I haven't heard anything about any visions. I didn't know you guys had a vision.
I thought we mentioned it to you last time.
I can't remember, did you?
I don't think we did.
I don't think you did.
But did we not?
I don't
All right, Marcus.
I'm pretty sure we haven't told him.
Well, in that case, well, I don't think it's going to be a secret much longer with Miss Kitty around.
I think you're in the corner just going, the fuck? Excuse me.
The four of us seem to share a dream during the blood rains that... Because we told the other vampire, didn't we? The lady who's at the table.
The Grand Advisor.
The Grand Advisor. We shared...
To be fair, actually, the detective was there each time you were talking to her.
Oh, we just keep forgetting he's there.
There's just so much
So
going
I
on.
thought we told him.
Fair enough. Okay, he does know.
What do you
But
make
he would
of
still
it?
say, I've not heard anything else about anyone else having visions. So, as far
No,
as
but
I'm
it's
aware,
interesting that it
just
was only us three, maybe the good Dr. Breyer, but now this Kitty.
But it's still got to be connected to this blood raid somehow. I mean, it's the only abnormal event going on here. And it's too convenient for you guys to have been executed. And I'm not really sure what happened with you, Kitty, but you guys all had visions at the same time while dying.
What do you think of the positions that we are in with the people who we would call master? Wyron Crassius, Locum, Cain.
I mean, they're vampires.
Pretty powerful ones that all seem to have their own agendas. You saw what was happening in the crypt of the Crimson Sun.
Yeah, unfortunately I did.
Yes,
That was a
you
little
did.
surprising, I will be honest with that one, but
And I've been very
Keep that to
open.
yourself, that one.
And I have been very open.
Detective.
why would that be? Is it... I mean, we're doing an investigation after all. Surely we should have everything together.
Oh, but Locum didn't want that known about, did he?
And that is exactly why perhaps maybe we should keep that in. And look, I know you
Are
haven't...
you scared, Ethan Ward?
Well, I'm not a vampire. Of course I'm fucking scared. I've got to keep my profile
Good
up
answer.
somehow. Like, you know, the only reason I'm here where I am today is because I'm good at what I do. If I didn't do that, I'd be dead. I kind of like being alive. I fucking love cigars. Oh, I can't smoke in there, sorry.
Out, Ethan!
I just think it's beyond. It frustrates me that we cannot see why us and why.
I think it's called coincidence.
I don't believe in that.
Well,
Yeah, we'll wait for Marionette.
I was going to kind of turn to Ethan and be like, well, you say you're a detective.
yeah.
I was murdered, just to let you know.
This bitch!
Yes, I was brutally murdered, so I just thought maybe that could
Where
be
were
on
you,
your
I-
your agenda.
Well, how
I'd
long
like to be
ago?
avenged.
How long ago were you murdered? Like,
It's like 2 days
2
ago.
days ago. Yeah.
2 days
yeah.
ago, yeah. 2 days ago.
Um,
It's quite fresh in my mind, you see.
well-
It's quite traumatic, you know.
I mean, what is there to solve unless this is a killer? I'm assuming you didn't see their face, or
No, but they did.
So that's the
leave
only-
me in a really horrible alley,
Mm.
and they were a bit shit at covering it up. So I
Right.
mean, if you've got any shoddy criminals,
I mean, there's a lot of criminals in this city.
Yeah,
It's an
well-
ongoing battle.
well, I just thought I'd let you know. Clearly, you've got a lot on your plate, and my humble murder.
Your humble nerd.
My humble murder.
Well, if you've experienced this vision much like these guys have, then I'm afraid to say you are connected to these guys
Well, maybe it's
now.
more important murder, so you should chop chop.
Oh, she's awful.
Well,
She hangs around with me. No, she hangs around with me. And she thinks you're awful. You're making me look like a bunch of roses.
I mean, I've got a lot of notes here that I need to go and process. I know I've been joining you guys wherever you've been going, but
Jack can't be bothered to think about me.
I think it's time that I go back to the station and I get some things ironed out.
Take this with you. And he hands over the torture tools rolled up.
The tools of Master Crassius's trade.
Brilliant, thank you. I'm assuming there's no like marks or idents or anything on this.
They were just what I found upstairs in that.
Okay. Well, I'll put it in the evidence. I'll put it in the locker. But I shall have to leave you for now. I will find you probably when you get back to the castle to report your findings to the Grand Advisor. But I will have to do the same. Obviously, I'm in on this too. But look, I mean, stay safe wherever you can. I know you're probably going southwest at Kanrath. Is that your next stop? I'm going to say probably yes.
That's where we were talking above table. That's where we were talking about going, isn't it? To
Yeah,
be
that's
like,
what the docks were and stuff.
yeah, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
also So,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Well, at least I know where you're going to be next. So if I need to find you, I know around about where to find you. All right. Well, I best be off. And he was kind of like just go out the front door, and he'll.
Stay safe, Detective Ward.
I'll certainly try. And he lights up a cigarette as he sort of goes down the stairs.
What a prick.
I heard that.
I do like him.
Yeah, and the door sort of shuts behind him, and kind of on your own now.
Now, have we seen eye to eye, you two?
Marinette has not been here for this whole
No,
thing.
I'm thinking maybe
Nope.
that's the
Well, look, yeah. I mean, I'd say like it's around about now. Maybe you got to say goodbye to
Yeah.
Ethan.
Oh, bye, Ethan. Give that over here. May I have those tools? They technically belong here to the family.
Well, yeah. To be honest, I'm not really sure there's much evidence here. It's just there's nothing here to identify anything here. But go on, have it.
Thank
Thank
you.
Police work.
There's potential evidence? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, have it back. Here you go.
I mean, I've got a lot to go on. I've already got I've got pieces here.
What have you found, Ethan, before?
What is it much the same as what you got? I mean, I saw that body upstairs. I have also I've seen this guy. Have you guys did? Have you seen him?
Yes. Yes, I
Can
have.
I do an insight check?
Yes.
Just to double check if we've seen anything else that we didn't
Sure.
spot.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
Why not?
Gideon.
Mm.
I'm
Oh.
not going to get him. And that is a 7.
7.
Yeah.
You do have lucky.
That's only when I roll a 1.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
I see.
But I appreciate.
Fair enough.
Best species.
Alrighty then. Yeah, I mean, you think he's pretty legit, and you guys scoured the place like quite a lot.
Yeah, fine.
So
Stay safe.
certainly try. I mean,
You're doing a
this is
great job.
Kanrath after all. Thank you, I appreciate it.
How wait I go.
And now you will leave. Yeah. You were on your own in this tidy manor now. Some of the furniture is still ripped. You can't really sort of fix that without getting a proper
Need to get the
upholsterer.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might know somebody for that.
Go through the Filofax upholstery.
Oh, I don't have mending. Damn.
Well-
Yeah.
If we are quite done with home, maybe we should visit the southwest of the city and carry on our investigations.
Well, darlings, I mean, as I've mentioned...
Got to
did
go,
get
not a
murdered.
problem.
No. You can't get rid of me that easily. I did get murdered, you see, in this investigation.
I'm sure you
Yeah,
mentioned
I
that
got
before.
brutally murdered.
Was it brutal?
Brutal.
Please do go on.
And, I feel like our investigations are kind of swimming in the same direction,
How?
as it were.
Explain to us how.
Was it because you were brutally murdered?
Yes. Thank you for noticing. Brutally.
Say
We did all
brutally
share the
one
same
more
dream.
time.
Brilliant. We did share the same dream, and you know what? I don't feel very safe on my own, after the brutal murder.
Well, you obviously bounced back.
I think you'll be fine.
I mean, to go from being brutally murdered to trespass in a matter of a day,
Slippery
quite
slope.
something.
Downward spiral.
Indeed.
Quite the story, is it not?
Sort of thing one might read about in the tabloid rags.
Yes,
I don't like what this woman is doing to me.
But what I'm getting at here, darling, is I can be an asset to you, and I feel like that you could also be assets to me. So I would like to tag along.
Well, I don't think we have a choice.
Because you're all very, I feel very intimidating.
Oh,
And could help.
Fear is harmless, really.
Daddy.
Is he?
Yeah.
She makes a mental note to do like a background check when she gets back to the newspaper on.
Okay.
To run DBS check.
Red flag. Just do not work with children.
Or anybody.
No one
Yeah.
Or anyone.
Solo work only. Yes, I mean, I would like protection on the streets, and I feel like I could.
Well, as long as you've established what you would like, Kitty.
I did mention I could be of great
Brutally
help to
murdered.
you.
Well, I assume we're heading to the docks. I know it quite well. Shall we make haste before the sun shines?
Oh, I don't know. I think you could do with a little sunburn.
And he like genuinely like laughs. Oh, Marionette. I do enjoy you.
I know you do.
And
Too
he
much.
starts heading towards the patio doors. Oh no, actually, should we unbar the front door?
Yeah.
I think through your tidying and stuff, it's absolutely just been freed and cleared.
Sure. I assume I've got a key to the
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you
I'm
absolutely-
locking up after we
okay,
leave.
yeah.
Like, let's
So
make
is
this
that a
secure.
yes? Am I
Yes, Kitty, you may.
Fantastic.
I just said a brief apology for my outburst earlier. It was quite unexpected on my part, and I do hope that it doesn't have an impact on our working relationship henceforth.
Oh no, I mean,
I
we've all
wasn't
got to
talking
let
to you,
loose
Kitty.
sometimes.
No need to apologize. You should let your emotions run rife. They are what will make you individual, and they will lead you to the truth. Trust your instinct,
You
Marionette.
start to see the bubbles start again, and she sort of cricks the neck a little bit.
Well, as long as we are very clear here that I am an individual, and I know myself, and I'm quite happy with my lot in existence, then we shall be fine.
Yes, quite. Hopefully you'll know those around you some more too.
Yes, well, shall we to the docks?
Yes.
Come along, Kitty.
I think, just because you're short,
I was going to say, it's quite
I think-
derogatory, really, isn't it?
I
She's
think it's just instinct that Marriott like
Yeah.
holds out a hand for you to take like a child.
Does she take it? I feel like in this moment, Kitty has she is sometimes a bit like unaware of how she comes across.
Sure.
Is very kind of on the ball of the the career.
Yep.
And has kind of realised from the frosty reception that she's
Yeah.
getting from everyone that she's like, oh, maybe. Oh, fuck it. So she takes Marionette's hand in kind of like a peace offering kind of way.
Okay, all right. So you make your way back out the front of this Crassius Manor. You go back down the steps, and eventually you go out the sort of the west entrance or the west exit to the Noble District Band around the Freedom Square, as it's sort of like the quickest route towards the docks. And to get to the docks from here, it'll probably take about another hour.
Could we take an angst cab?
An angst what?
Cab. Like
Cab.
a taxi.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I think
An
it's a
angsty.
cab. There's no like angst cabs as such around here, but you could
Hijack a car then.
It's GTA this.
that sort of thing you would know is actually more in like Cyherested.
Okay.
That's where they have the more modern vehicles. as
Guess
such.
we're walking.
But you could certainly find like a carriage that you've been using before. You could probably find one alongside the road that is just waiting for someone to sort of ask for a lift. So you can absolutely find one. You probably find some sort of old guy with a really sort of like thick moustache, like a handlebar moustache, just sitting there. You need a lift somewhere?
Yeah, if it's going to speed things up, then maybe.
To the docks, please, good sir.
Oh, the ducks. Bit weird for your kind, but sure. That'll be 10 fangs, please.
I will hand over 10 pounds.
Cool. And you can all just sort of like bundle onto this carriage, and he sort of pulls like a like a lawnmower house, like with the cables. It's like a really rough. And
What's it go like?
And the angst engine begins to work, and it starts to sort of just trot along the road much faster than you would be just walking along. So you cut down your travel time to about sort of 15 minutes just to get there.
What time are you on until? I just wanted to add something. I've been quiet for a while.
Oh, Alex, you were coming up with the best
You're great.
fingers.
I love you, mate. I love you.
Yeah.
I'm on the graveyard shift tonight, to be honest. So
Nice things to do in the city. I've lived here for a while. You
there's
know,
always something to do in the city. Trust me, yes.
drink blood. I've heard the raves are very good.
The raves. I can't say I've ever been to one of them.
I should go.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What sort of area of the city is that in?
The rape district.
pouring
Cannon,
out
that
of
was a
the
rave district. It's just people bopping.
Glow sticks everywhere.
Cyber
This is
goths.
my kind of town.
You have this sort of strange conversation with this angst driver.
It's like you get a taxi, there's always one person delegated to talking.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just fucking take this.
Marcus,
mate.
that guy.
Yeah.
Taking the hit for the team.
Have you been here?
Yeah, it doesn't take you long to get there, about 15 minutes, which is not much of a amount of drive. And yeah, he just lets you off, and he starts to sort of turn around and get to another sort of popular spot where you can hopefully get someone else to give a lift to. And you're like very early morning at the minute, so the sun hasn't come up, but it's not going to come up for a while, purely because the sun's not up for a huge amount of time in Tolia. You are now definitely on the outskirts of the docks themselves. Like on very outskirts, so you can just about enter, and already you get the smell of the docks, and it fucking stinks, especially for anyone who's a vampire.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like amplified for you.
Stinks of what?
Urine,
Shit.
Right.
like old blood, like rotten food. It's just the amalgamation of poverty, basically. Just
Jesus, Jack.
like poverty to like
Dragonborn Industries apologises profusely for Jack's assumption that poor people smell like
this is
urine
a
and blood.
fantasy fucking world, right?
Wow. For Fear, however, this smells like home.
Oh.
How close are we to the sanctum?
Your little den.
Your little den.
Oh, little Fear den.
Yep. Yep.
You guys want to see my room?
Quite.
What would Fear's room be like?
Let's find out.
If you ever get there, you'll find out. Okay, so
Guessing this one had a body, but not anymore.
it would take you probably about half an hour to walk there from where you are.
That's fine.
Just because it's so windy and it's like everything is tightly packed here. So yeah, it'd probably take you about half an hour to get straight there if that's where you want to.
It's only if the sun starts coming up and we need somewhere to hide.
Sure. So yeah, and you can smell the angst refineries, which from this distance is absolutely fine. It's not toxic to you, but you still have that stench of the angst refinery. It's like hugely metallic, but mixed in with, if you were to smell poison, this is what you'd imagine poison to smell like. And it's just not pleasant. And anyone who has to work in these refineries is absolutely at risk of death at any moment. People who work there have to be acclimatized over time to try and be sort of resistant against it. But even then, it's not quite enough, and sometimes you can, in the matter of a week, you'd be dead. So they're constantly churning through
The
workers.
staff turnover.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
And it's at this point you see that like Fear's cowl that comes up to his nose is now closer to his face, and he's like tightened it around his neck, and it's like, it's almost now like a mask.
Yeah, so you know that this area is just somewhere that you might find some evidence for something to do with the cult here.
Make a perception check.
I mean,
Just on the floor.
as you walk through the docks, you can all sort of make a perception check.
Could I have, as we've been in the carriage,
Yep.
could I have asked kind of everyone what they're actually kind of, because I don't really know what they have been investigating, so I didn't really ask that.
Sure,
in
yeah.
the
I think Marionette will give you a very thorough rundown of everything that we've done so far. Like, she brings out like a little journal where she's catalogued all their findings so far. It is time-stamped, dated, in
Sweet,
triplicate.
you'd make an amazing journalist. I mean, after this, would you like a? I mean, you could be my intern.
No,
Oh, you could be an apprentice.
I'm quite happy where I am, thank
No
you
worries.
very much.
I was always open.
I was created to scribe, and scribe is what I do. But this is what we found so far. This is what we're doing. We'll do with others.
Cults, juicy.
How juicy. I'm very sorry to interrupt. I
No.
just want to make a retrospective check because
Sure.
I went through a note and was like, ooh.
Yeah. You want to just make sure it's like true. Like,
Yeah, so I don't run away with myself. When you say that Wyron ordered plastics from Cyherested, is
Yeah.
that like explosives?
No.
Good to know. Thank you.
Bomb
like-
at the station.
Well, I was like,
I know. Yeah, I know what you're trying to get
yeah,
at,
because
but
the Garot Mountains was coming up
Yeah.
a little bit, and I was like, oh hello.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make
no,
sure.
you don't get the impression. I mean, even with the sort of the amount of money that you paid for it,
Yeah.
you would imagine like you'd have to pay a lot
Got
more
ya.
if it was to do with that. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just wanted to triple check.
Yeah. So if you want us to like make perception checks as you sort of
Dirty
walking
20.
through- dirty 20.
17.
17. Okay.
5.
23.
And 23 over there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'd say, Kitty, you don't find anything, I'm afraid. Maybe you haven't really investigated this area very much, so
The
it's
smell's just
too
overtaking me
poor.
a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's grim here.
It's all these-
it's pretty grim.
It's a lot of
And
blood and urine.
yeah.
Poor people.
It's overwhelming my senses. Oh no.
I feel bad how that came out.
We know that's not what you meant. If anyone's right, if you've got a problem with Jack, you tell me, and I'll kick him. I won't, because I know that's not what Jack meant, and you can
You
fuck
mashed
off.
with one of us. You mashed with all of us.
That's what you get when you fuck with a wolf. You get the pack. I don't know if that's something
That was
people say.
cringe,
I don't
that was
really
cringe,
know.
right? So yes, Kitty, you were just kind of like overwhelmed with all the senses of just like, fucking hell, this is awful. Whatever this place is. It's just
Like
backing up now, isn't it?
Fucking
Christ.
awful.
Fucking awful, mate.
Just somebody with a hand out. Just fucking awful.
Kitty is not like that. I just want to like make that very clear. I want to make that very, very clear. She's not that.
You're a tacky and I hate you.
You're just finding it hard
Hate
to like concentrate and really sort of keep an eye out for things. So,
Just a lot.
yeah.
I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You brutally murdered
People.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Brutally. Brutally. Yeah.
That's got to be the episode
It's
title, right?
brutally.
Brutally
Brutally
murdered.
murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. I'm happy with that. The rest of you. I think you. You kind of walk through this part of the district, and you're kind of going past a lot of alleyways, and you happen to sort of see one as you go past, and there are these like sort of hunched over like creatures that are kind of like scrapping for something in like a some sort of trash, and you can see that like they have like shorts on, but they're like just torn, and like the stuff they're wearing on their torso is also torn, and very gangly and not a lot of flesh to them. This is actually relatively normal for Kanrath, and they notice you as you sort of go past, and they kind of like approach, but not in like a hostile way. They expect something from you, and people that you have lived in Kanrath would know, like, if you're sort of spotted by these beings, you need to give them an offering to, so kind of like, no, we're good, no trouble here. So they're kind of just standing there, arms stretched out, ready for you to just
Now, Kitty.
give an offering.
Do we know what kind of offerings they take? Being from this area.
You just
Are they human or? Can you not tell?
Ghoulish.
they're called pale ones.
Gingers.
Ooh, daywalkers.
They are like
Kanrath.
essentially zombies. So they were once humanoid in nature, but they've been starved to the point where it's just kind of changed them. And now they're just kind of more animalistic than anything, very primal, but they still have some sense of being about them, because they're not just trying to attack you at your moment's notice. They will let you be if you give them enough or the right thing.
Being from this area and also from the city, is there a way of doing a check to know what they would be after?
I think you can make a check. I'd
Right.
say history check.
12.
12. Okay. Food is a good one. They just want food. They need to be able to survive, and they're always hunting for food anyway. But sometimes that can be a bit too basic.
Blood?
No, blood doesn't work for these guys. They're not interested in that. But they
Bone
do.
saw.
They like bone saw. They kind of like. They do like sort of trinkets, like things that aren't necessarily like magical in nature, but sort of just like things that clearly might mean to someone, like is meaningful to someone else. They kind of
Sigil of the Grand Advisor.
I genuinely will pull out one of the sets of clothes.
Oh yeah, that you got given.
Just be like, sell them and have your fill.
They don't say anything. They're not really capable of like vocalizing words. So you kind of like lay out this sort of set of clothes like on a hanger just over this sort of pale one's arms. And there's like two other pale ones next to this sort of central one, and they kind of like pick at it and kind of look at it, and, like pull some of like the buttons away, not like to pull it off, but just kind of like look at it just to inspect it. And after like maybe like a minute, make a roll. Okay. I'll give it quite a large bonus because I think you've given something pretty good. They kind of like nod their head, and they start to bundle it up, and they turn away.
Have the rest of your kind leave us alone. On your way.
Yeah, I mean, they'll all nod to you. All three of them will nod to you as you've given them this sort of set of royal clothes. So you take that off the sheet.
Yeah. £2,000 well spent.
Yeah, that's all. So yeah, they kind of leave you be, and sort of a couple of minutes more down the road, you start to see there's like a group of like thugs, and there's about 5 of them, and one of them is quite clearly like the leader.
Your turn.
Your turn.
I got this.
Swordplay, is it?
What time you on tonight?
I challenge you to fisticuffs. Bang!
Straight Indiana Jones it.
Sorry, I'll just get a little thing up here. Yeah, okay.
Somebody wanted to combat.
No.
Fight!
So
50!
you approach the corner, round the corner, and they're just kind of like sat down having a bit of a drink.
What do we have here?
Oi, Grandad!
Couple of wise guys, is it?
The 4 of them are kind of like sitting down having a drink, and the other one's sort of standing up, but they're sort of quite short in stature, quite similar size to Kitty. And it's at this moment you realise they are also a halfling, and they've got this quite luscious, like brown curly hair, short shoulder length, quite well kept, not very thuggish in nature. Clearly takes care of themselves. She has a slightly darker complexion, with sort of quite piercing blue eyes, and she has this kind of like red sort of scarf just around her neck. She's wearing some leather armour. She's got like a weapon to her side, like a small sword, and she's kind of giving these thugs a bit of a talking to about how to go about their business and stuff like that. Yeah, you just kind of see them as you go around the corner. What do you do?
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Bang!
Sorry, my starting pistol went up.
Should we try and make nice, see if they know of anything going on around here?
We are here to investigate. You are all more charismatic than I.
Well met.
I'm Kitty Kildare in Kanrath today.
Put that away. No, Kitty. That's Kitty.
What?
Yeah, I'm starting to regret my name choice now.
So this female halfling sort of turns around and notices you. I think I've seen you somewhere before. Are you the ones that got resurrected the other day?
Resurrected?
Yeah, well, you guys woke up in a morgue or something? Oh, that's it. You got exsanguinated. That was it.
That, there you go.
Yes.
Oh, you were witness to that, did you?
Well, the Twisted Knife has eyes all over the city.
Twisted Knife. Do I know who the Twisted Knife
do we know
are?
what that is?
They are the
sleuths around.
most famous thieves guild in all of Kanrath.
Yeah, cool.
Of course. Makes sense for such an illustrious organisation to...
You can tell that they're not shy about mentioning the Twisted Knife. They have many means to do whatever they wish to
Definitely not
do.
a secret society.
Would Marcus know of these? Being
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. I think you know the Twisted Knife. I think, it's quite rare for someone to not know the Twisted Knife.
right.
So, yeah, you absolutely know. You probably have had dealings with them, to be fair. Not any major nature,
Do I
major
recognise
situation, but
this person?
you
Would I recognise?
can roll me a history check purely because of your background.
Ting!
Could I also, because I've done
Oh,
a
yes,
lot of
you
sleuthing
can.
around, I
Yes,
think
you
I would
can.
have absolutely used them for...
Yeah.
You say
Purposes.
history, sorry.
Yeah.
Could I do a history check? as
16.
well as
an investigator.
I got a 16
an
also.
investigative
Oh,
role?
16, bros! Yeah, you
Okay,
did
hang
not
on.
move to that
No.
whatsoever.
I
I
was-
did all of the work,
I found
and you
it-
did nothing.
I thought you were going to leave me hanging like you've done in the past.
Yeah, I have left you hanging a lot.
12.
Some minutes
Twelve,
around.
okay.
Traumatised.
I'd say you probably don't
Yeah.
recognise them. We're fucking dead again. What's going on?
Why did you give that extra?
Came out with that. Oh,
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, so,
I don't even know.
I hope that on the audio, in that little silence, he just picked up, put some minge around here.
fuck's sake.
You're like a dead horse. Oh, fuck.
Carry on, Jack.
Yeah. So, I won't get you to roll, Marionette.
It's no point,
you
like-
actually wouldn't know.
No way. Marionette doesn't come down here.
And Kitty, you wouldn't know. But I would say, like, Fear and Marcus. You don't know their name, but you've certainly probably seen her in some fashion. Always has been in a sort of leader position of whatever thugs that she has around her. So you'd imagine if there was to be a leader of the Twisted Knife, it could very well be her. Fancy seeing you here. I mean, what can I do for you?
Oh, well, as you can see, the exsanguination didn't quite take.
Well, I can see that, that's for sure.
Actually, good stroke of luck. We ran into you, obviously, with as many fingers and as many pies as you clearly have. We're on somewhat of an investigation. Have you heard of any, I don't know, cultish behaviour lately? Maybe anything to do with the previous rebellion at the time of the First Blood Rain?
And also this most recent reign of crimson.
Well, I might do, but as you know, all things come for a price.
Of course.
How much?
I'm not thinking monetary. Monetary is not a problem for me.
Oh, another job for another favour. Wonderful.
Well,
That's how things work in
tit for
Kanrath, I'm
tat.
afraid.
I do like tat.
And what is this particular job that you have in mind? I'm sure you have one in mind.
Yes, I do, actually. We've been searching for someone. People seem to call him the Trasher.
Oh, we went to.
I'm the trash man.
I throw things on the ground. The trash.
You knew that was coming as well.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, I was
Is that like part of the adventure path? Is that he's literally called the Trasher?
he's called the Trasher.
And, oh, please do tell me what he does for a living. Or they.
Well, this Trasher person has sort of been stealing from the Twisted Knife.
I just want to.
And, well, yes, of course, we like to steal things ourselves, but...
We don't like it when it goes the other way.
Exactly, yes. We haven't been able to find him. We don't know what his actual name is, but we know him as the Trasher.
It's not Damien, is it?
We do know...
Too soon?
We do know that he is somewhere, at least in the docks, which is why we're here currently. I believe I do have some information for you on what you're looking for.
Well,
But if you can help deal with this Trasher, as people have been calling him, ugly name, I think, but you know, I'd be willing to part with that information.
And would you like this individual, there's no finer way to put it, dead or alive?
there we go.
Quiet you.
Dead.
Lovely.
And what proof do you require? The head, an arm, full body.
Kidney.
Kidney. There is a particular item that he's stolen from us. The kinds of things that he's been stealing from us can be magical in nature. And one of these things, I would imagine, he's probably using to his own advantage.
Bin bag of holding.
Staff of poverty.
So that's the smell. Man, we'd be earning the cred sticks tonight. We would be really
Sorry,
good.
I'm not doing them.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's not worth it. Don't give people the extra rolls.
I'd imagine it's probably going to be the only piece that he's wearing on his head. So you'll know what I'm talking about.
Tinfoil hat of disposition.
I may as well tell you, it's a bit of like an eyepiece,
Okay.
but it's special in nature. If you see anyone with that kind of thing upon them, you've probably found the right guy. The only extra information I've got for you is that this Trasher is in the bowels.
Oh, lovely.
And unfortunately, that is the
Sewers.
even lower end of the docks.
Now, a moment with my companions, please.
Of course.
And he will like turn and rugby huddle.
What is the reason in bargaining here when we have, and he like pulls out his sigil, the whole full force of the crown behind us? Why would we not just bring down their enforcers to get the information?
Like, do we know how many there are?
Would-
They probably have some significant strength
I
around
feel
here.
they'd have backup.
I feel that perhaps
I'm all for keeping these as friends. I've used them in the past.
Indeed, I just feel that this badge of honour we've been gifted with, I think using it at every available opportunity may cause us repercussions later down the line.
I agree.
And I think that with information coming to light, as it seems to be, ever so quickly, we don't know who we can fully trust.
No.
And I think until we have a full picture, if we need to use it, fine. But if we can get it another way, who knows what other avenues that may open up.
I agree. I merely... And like he looks at you, but this time there's like a genuine sincerity on his face. Knowing all of your options before you scrap lets you have the upper hand and not be on the back foot. I merely want to look at our options in a
Calculated?
attempt at power here, because it is power we are after.
It is. And on that note, we must be careful what power we are willing to wield and assert,
Agreed.
lest we become...
Sometimes less is more.
Indeed.
Very well.
Thank you, Kitty. That's quite enough.
Fucking hell.
You will stop participating.
You're only just going to bully one member of the party constantly.
And I thought it would be you.
Well, not coming back now.
Yes, you bloody well are.
Apologies, Kitty. Come along.
Are you
We offer you a halfling.
are you quite finished with your?
Yes.
We will take on this task. Oh, very quickly though.
Yes.
Remind me.
The eyepiece. Should we be aware of any particular properties that may cause us harm?
Well, with the eyepiece, I don't think it directly causes harm, but it would certainly help him cause you harm.
Like?
Well-
Elaborate on that particular piece of information, please.
Enhanced vision.
Ah,
To the point where, if you're invisible,
Ah.
by any magical means, they will be able to see you.
an infrared scope. Understood.
Handy little piece of kit. Well, wonderful. We shall get on this promptly, and you'll know how to find us, I assume.
Yes, that would be a problem. Although, if your job is finished and you're still alive, all of you, then you can meet us back here.
Wonderful. Sweet spot.
My name's Celestina, by the way.
Celestina.
Celestina. C-E-L-E-S-T. E-S-T-I-N-A.
Fucking nailed it.
Celestina.
Thank you, Celestina. I am also looking for an individual. Just on the off chance you may have heard of them skulking about. An acquaintance of mine, an apprentice, Disdain. Haven't seen them in some time.
So Disdain is Fear's strange little apprentice.
I can't say I've ever heard of them.
Excellent.
Strange name, but
Wow.
I've heard stranger.
Excellent.
Well, yes, I'm afraid I can't help you there.
That's fine. If you do get wind or have a meeting with somebody with that name, do let them know that Fear is alive.
Okay. Well, I'll be sure to let them know if I ever meet a Disdain out in the wild.
Can I insight check her?
Wow.
Of course.
Disdain.
Disdain in the membrane.
It's not good.
Oh dear.
Not good.
What's this for?
I'm just inciting to see if she does know of or has heard
Okay.
of.
Yes, be truthful.
Yeah, no, it's only a 9.
Sounds like she's been legit.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've been tasked with finding this trasher down in the bowels of the docks to hopefully get some information out of the Celestina of the Twisted Knife, who says they have some information for you. Whether they're truthful or not, I'm sure you'll find out in due time. But
Nobody incited that, did they?
nope. But you have taken on this job of finding this trasher, and we will pick up on that next time, next episode. So yeah,
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, mate.
that rounds that up. Awesome.
Good night, folks!
So yeah,
Please do, if you're watching on Twitch, like, if you've got Twitch Prime, sub up. Best thing you can do with Twitch, just share our links, let people know where you can see us. YouTube, if you watched on YouTube or if you're on podcast, go to YouTube. Please sub up. We're going to try and really push for the 1,000 subs in the first 6 months of this year. It'd be really cool if we can make it to that, especially with things that we've got lined up. I'm back on Saturday over on Dragon Skull Studios channel, where we're just doing like a paint and build miniatures hangout, because we're getting ready for a stream on the 18th on their channel with Turbo Dork, where we've got Greg and Meredith coming over, so I'm plugging that one now. Richard and I should be back on Thursday for painting up the Monster Manual. We're back on Monday for Starfinder.
yeah.
Have you got any Gals and Pals on recently?
Yeah, so January Gals and Pals is already sold out, but there are additional dates running up till May, and keep an eye out for a special Galentine's Day Gals and Pals, which will be happening in February.
like
You can find all that at Happy Piranha, and there will be some other events for ladies and female presenting people coming very soon.
It's really fun.
It's
I can
tremendous.
attest.
I have a witness now.
Does a journalist count?
Out of game now.
Second to that, though, please go check out Siobhan's stuff at the Selkie Grotto, both on Instagram and on Etsy. Siobhan's
Look how
coming to
cute
the
it
channel.
is.
You guys
Oh
may have
my
seen
God.
her on our some of our one-shots, specifically with our Christmas one that Steph ran, which is available on YouTube, and also our Halloween one that James ran, which is also up on YouTube. But please go check out her little shop, which is... Oh, I'm going to let you say it.
I make, crochet patterns for dice bags and other fantasy-themed things. They are cute, as you can see.
They're cute if I do say so myself.
Yeah, they're so cute. I do
Brag.
also. I've made a book which is coming out in August. So that's lots of D&D characters. So that's going to be super.
That's very cool.
We did an interview about all your stuff recently, but she wants to be joining us for this whole campaign, and hopefully for more things come up. You're also part of the Lightwell live show, but
Yes. Well, I killed someone last week. Spoilers.
you didn't kill somebody. You just dissolved one
We
of their
couldn't work out why.
I was
one of their
the
death saves.
cause of the
You would not.
demise.
Honestly, like, if those of you who haven't caught up on Lightwell, go watch episode 3. There's only 2 episodes, and we're 3 episodes in. But we did have a character. We did have a character death, and I mean, they were just an idiot. they played the game with me, and I was happy to kill them. No, it was just unfortunate, and I can't wait to the end of the campaign. It's only a short one; it'll be about 6 months. Once a month, and I look forward to telling you guys at the end how to solve that particular room.
Yeah. We'll kill us. We'll kill ourselves, kick ourselves, won't we?
Yep.
Jesus.
And then kill ourselves.
Please, Dragon Ball Industries doesn't advocate that. No. Thank you so much. Anything else from anybody else in terms of announcements or wanting to promote anything? Because we do need to start pushing more things, and I just want to make sure that you guys have the platform as well too. Do you think, Alex, you know what you're up to recently?
I think I've decided I'm going to get a steak this weekend.
Nice.
Oh,
That sounds
nice.
good.
How'd you
Yeah.
have it cooked?
Oh, medium rare.
Yeah, good choice. Yeah.
The nice
I used to be a blue
thick
guy.
I'm a
sauce.
blue
Yeah,
guy.
I'm blue.
I'm a blue.
I never
yeah.
tried blue.
Dabba-dee-dabba-da.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, I don't know where to go with that.
I think if you've got absolutely anyone who's even the tiniest bit nerdy, show them the show. All of our shows, all of them, every
Your
single one.
nan. Get your nan on
Yeah.
it.
Just type Dragonborn Industries
Yeah.
into Google, and we're now the SEO is at the top. So we are now
Yeah.
Cool.
all of them. So Dice, merch, Google.
Dice, they're great.
Yeah.
We
We'd be so grateful if you could just share it around where you can, because we want to build a bit of a community and just have some fun.
we genuinely do appreciate you.
Yeah.
We really do. And if you listen on podcasts, thank you so much. The numbers are insane. I'm always blown away by that. But now we're going to try and push YouTube.
Yeah.
So.
We absolutely are. So I think we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have a good night, everyone, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.